Good evening, friends. Welcome. Welcome back. It's time. Look at this piece of artwork. Look at that guy. Okay. Unfortunately, my book has started to fall apart. And is that you, Paint Liquor? My book started to fall apart, so I've just been sticky taping it together. Welcome. This is such an exciting time. So I did the Black Knight this morning, had a great fight, but unfortunately lost the Lemniscate gear, which was gear that I was quite excited about interacting with. Just lost it against the Black Knight. Cheers. But that's fine. I think we're going to have enough new stuff to play with, hopefully with the Screaming Gods armor set. This is a very, very, very dynamic looking fight that's probably going to be quite interesting. I've read the rules. Hopefully Fen will be in the chat and maybe Zwex knows the rules, but I have no idea how to strategize for this at the moment. So this will be great. It'll be really, really cool. So yeah, I'm taking my best possible set of survivors if I can. Have I got Morg? I can't remember. I don't think I've got Morg. Have I? I was just thinking I should have got an extra basic resource. No. Good. I was just looking at my death count. Yeah, so I just have no clue how we're going to go. It's exciting. I love this. This is the peak of Kingdom Death for me. And let me tell you a little story. When I first played Kingdom Death for the very first time, my friend Sheldon said, "Do you want to come play Kingdom Death with me?" I said, "What the fuck's that?" He said, "Oh, I can't really explain. Just come and play it with me." So I went to his house. We used to play every week, and I played one night of Kingdom Death. We did a lion, we did another lion, and we did a screaming antelope in the first night that we played. We played till midnight. I went home, I got on the internet, and I found a guy selling Kingdom Death in Brisbane and bought it, $1,500, whatever it was. And it was all content, everything, all the Wave 1 stuff, all the expansions, everything. And I've told that story before, but the dude gave me all his white box shit that he did, and I ended up selling the white box stuff for like $950. So Kingdom Death cost me $300 or something for everything. It was the best deal ever. The dude was happy because he was never playing it, and it was all basically brand new. And it was during COVID as well, so we were wearing masks and we were staying away from each other. It was great. It was the best time. So I then spent the next, I reckon, 6 months just painting, building, playing. I actually painted the entirety of the Wave 1 monsters and stuff in the first 2 weeks. And if you go back to the Discord, back at the very start, when I was posting in there, you can just see day after day I'm posting these monsters and people are just like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Anyway, but I vividly remember every experience I had with a monster for the first time was just so special and just stuck with me. And you know, one of the reasons why I think People of the Stars is my favorite experience and my favorite campaign is just because of how I felt when I was playing that for the first time. My brain was just exploding. I was just pinging on all because I was trying to collect these little bingo. It sounds so dumb, just trying to collect little bingo things, but it just reframed the whole game in a really exciting way. So that was my favorite experience. But yeah, every time a new expansion arrives to this game, it makes me so happy. Like, I just think this is one of the coolest games that's ever been made, if not the coolest. And the way that things, you know, interact in this game is just, there's the amount of combinations that you can discover in this game is wild. I play a new campaign, and I won't say I've got the most campaigns in the world, but I'd certainly have, you know, a higher percentage of campaigns than most. Hey, Militides. I've never really enjoyed Dominion, but anyway, that's a separate conversation. I have played a lot of Kingdom Death, let's just put it that way, and every campaign I still discover new things to do, new combinations, new ways to approach, monsters, gear pieces, and it just comes through in so many unique and interesting ways. It's a really cool experience, and I was talking to my friend Tobes the other night at board games on a Tuesday night with my friend Tobes, and he and I actually did a People of the Stars campaign when I was on holidays. Well, he was on holidays and I was in between my old job that I got sacked from. I didn't get sacked, I got made redundant. And my new job, which had a week period, we just spent a week playing Kingdom Death. We got up to Lantern Year 19 or something in the People of the Stars campaign because we only had a few, like 6 hours each day. And he said to me the other night, it was just like one of his favourite gaming experiences ever. I knew he'd enjoyed it, but I didn't realise he felt quite as much as I feel about it. So maybe I'll see if I can get him to come over and do some Kingdom Death with me. Again, now that I live a bit closer to where he is. Okay. Oh, here's the shot. I've zoomed the camera out a bit so we can see the full board, but we still have this shot, of course, as well. Okay. I am going to acknowledge that I do feel slightly under geared still. I don't think we have a strong enough weapon suite at the moment, so I'm hoping that we can get some good weapons from this. Like the Lantern Halberd is very, very good. It's like high node 2 quality, but it's not quite capable of thrusting it with a node 4, so you need to build that up with other aspects. This is good, probably at the right level, both the same strength though. So this guy's toughness 18, which is high. The wrought longbow is good, it's strength 9, but down here, like, we don't really have a weapon that can take this situation on. Hello, Amathul. The monster tooth necklace helps, and maybe here we would be better off with a monster tooth necklace instead of the vertebraeonet. I don't have enough bits for that. Yeah, and the same could be set up here, a monster tooth necklace up there and switch these. There's a lot of things I could do here that would probably be slightly better, but I think we'll go in and hope for the best, and that will be fine. So if you missed the stream this morning, we lost the Lemniscate gear, which was fucking devastating. But these survivors are my best, I think. I think these are the best ones we've got. So if we can't do it with these ones, we can't do it with anyone. We are doing the shrine or the face painting. We're doing the shrine, not face painting. So we want the armor. The holy shrine. Oh, Dantham. Oh no. Was your scout a Marrowist? You've made a mistake. I did. Let's go through the survivors because this is very fun. So Lucy. Yeah, mate. Got knocked off the cliff. Remember? We flung it off the cliff. Whoops. Dead. It was irreplaceable. So Lucy's got Pack Leader. She can choose another survivor to move when she moves. Pretty cool. When you use this knowledge, gain a thing. She's got Desperate Strike, which will help with the strength. And she has got Cowardice, which I don't like, but I'm hoping we can get rid of that after we're picking up a disorder on the hunt or something. Spear Spec, Leprosy. She's just an out-and-out animal. 1 luck, 1 speed. She's great. She's just wild. This guy is probably the best survivor I've ever put together without any intention whatsoever behind it. Herb Grinder, so we're going to heal like crazy. We've got High Roller to steal dice. We've got Guardian to let everyone else re-roll. We back that up with Sad Frog Dog Song, so when he misses, he gets to do stuff. He's got Durability Disorder. He's just a wild guy. And he's got Dagger Spec, and he's flicking with it. Oh, he can't depart with this. You dickhead, he can't depart with Monster Grease because of Squeamish. Oh, that's a problem. That's a problem. I don't really want to use his lifetime. I don't want to swap those two, but maybe I should. Maybe I should. Oh, that's annoying. Okay, anyway, partnered with Bastet, +2 strength with knives and daggers. Glorious. Glorious. Persephone, look at her base stats. 2 accuracy, 4 strength, 2 evasion, 1 luck, 2 speed. What the fuck is that? She is outrageous. Also got Guardian, also got Physiognomy, Quixotic, tremendous, another Cowardice, whatever, don't care. And yeah, just fantastic stats. Mortis has positivity. We did actually achieve, oh yeah, we get a reroll token. Death Sense, Stone Architect, whatever. Can't end his movement on terrain, don't think that's a problem. And he can reposition himself anywhere on the board. Mortis is a chick, by the way. And Bastet, who is our scout, we gave her the frog dog recipe. She got +2 movement out of it. And she's a bone eater, legend, battle drunk. Oh my God, she's got squeamish. Okay, I'm gonna have to change a couple of things. How am I gonna change that? Did actually she become squeamish? Hey, here's a question. Is the dreaded pack in her gear grid? I'm not sure. I'm not sure. It is in her gear grid. Okay, we're going to have to do some syncope, and that might change. Well, it depends what we roll. Okay, so that wouldn't be enough. So we're not going to do a shrine. That's enough. So we're not doing a shrine. Instead, we are just going to clear that squeamish so she can actually depart as the scout using the, what's this thing? You know the one? Bloodletting. Bloodletting. And that means we're going to have to do something with Haster. All right, I'm going to change this slightly. So we don't need that green then. So do we put a pickaxe or do we put a Forge Priest hammer so we can knock this guy around? Are you actually allowed to knock this guy around? Yeah, let's do this instead. And the walls kept tumbling down. Okay, so Hastur can't have that, so that's not, yep, perfect. So he's going to have a luck token. He can't be knocked down. Fair enough. Okay, we'll do that. That's going to be fine. So let's just depart and I'll fix up all the things I need to do. So we're not getting a shrine. But everyone's got pretty much all their survival. So he's not going to have the 2 evasion from Monster Grease, but he is going to have an extra luck from the Fish of Abundance. Seems great. Seems really, really great. That's savage too. Lucy has not got squeamish, so she's fine, but she doesn't get to use the evasion modifiers. What a load of shit. Leprosy's great. I really wanted to get her a shield, but that didn't happen. Persephone. Oh yeah, so he does have the Sanctified Rosary, so he's going to get that. Mortis does have maximum survival, which is great. Is it? Okay. The monster cannot suffer knockback or be knocked down. Great. It's called Divine Proprioception. Proprioception. Yes! Okay, we're all good. So let's talk about what we need to do on this friggin' hunt. So first of all, oh my God, he's so far away. Why is that? First of all, what we need to achieve is a 10 plus on the stupid roll, which is probably unlikely to happen, but we're going to try. We'll do the red incursion after it. So we're going to do red incursion here, and then herb gathering here. We don't have a mineral gather. Have not looked at a single one of those. I have not looked at a single one of these. Well, that's not true. I haven't looked at any of the other cards. Kings is close, yeah. Maybe he's a little bit closer to level 1. Okay, a Screaming God Hunt event, our first ever one. I'm going to put it in the card display. No, I'm not. I'm just going to do it this way. Unbearable volume. If the settlement does not have Song of the Brave, end this event and roll a random hunt event. We do have Song of the Brave. The survivors motivate themselves into a hunting melody. With a hunting, it echoes in the darkness, finding its way to a vast reservoir, a vast resonator humming ahead. Suddenly the song booms back at them, multiplied by ear-shattering resonance and shaking the ground underfoot. Each survivor rolls a 7. On a 7+, they suffer death? That's terrible. Far off, the monster's ancient ears twist in panic, driving it harder. The Screaming God starts the showdown with an additional AI withering momentum on top of its deck. What does that mean? Cool. I'll leave that over there. So 7+. So people could be deaf to start us off. So shit. Okay, Lucy. Lucy rolls a 9. Lucy is deaf. That's okay because she has cowardice, so she ignores her positive evasion modifiers anyway. Song of the Brave punishment is great. Hastur, I think I've got to do with Stoneheart. Hastur rolls a 1, he's fine. Persephone rolls a 5, she's fine. Hey, John. A 2's fine, and the Scout, the Bone Eater gets it. Was it 7+? Yeah, the Bone Eater's deaf. So Bastet also deaf. Deaf. That would have been bad. Deaf would be bad. Okay, well that's a crazy hunt event. That is an absolutely crazy hunt event. I feel like we need to take Drydocanthus almost for that. Okay. Object of Desire, we're just going to roll a random hunt event. We don't want to fuck about with the tree anymore. I should just take that out of my thing anyway. That would be great. 20. Oh, death. That's wild. Dry Lands. If they're wearing fur, each survivor loses 1 survivor. If they're wearing fur or heavy gear, they lose 1d5. So Lucy loses 1d5, and this guy loses 1d5. Yep, so they're both losing 2 survival. So Mortis, 2 survival. Lucy, 2 survival. When everyone loses 1, actually. That's true, the tree does get eaten by the stampede. Okay. If any survivor has a pickaxe... No, we didn't bring a pickaxe, we just brought a thing. Done. Okay, so this person is Persephone. Fathomless Song. As the survivors trudge on, they fall into baffling lockstep, skipping and shuffling to a single rhythm. The spontaneously created tempo draws forth a melody. All survivors hear the straining notes in their heads as they perform the beat. All survivors whose insanity includes the digit 8 feel their minds stretch in all directions. Alright, that's fucking stunning. Okay, no. Yes, Hastur's got it. So he sets his insanity to 88 and gains Garaskophobia. 88! 88 insanity. What is Garaskophobia? It's a disorder. So we're going to get rid of Squeamish and that'll fix all my problems. Garaskophobia. You feel your youth slipping away. During the aftermath, gain 1 additional... He gains 88, so he's 90. He's 96. Great. Gain an additional Hunt XP. After gaining the benefits of a Hunt XP milestone, suffer -1 permanent... Okay, well, that's fine. Strength. He's not going to have any of that happen. Okay, 96 insanity. Okay, then it says, if no survivors gained insanity from this, skip the next hunt space. Oh, wow, Lucy. Damn, that would have been cool if you didn't get that. That's so fun. So we don't need to do anything with that one. Okay, we get a random event. Random event. 31. Gregalope. If it was Gregalope, we'd be like, that's not a Gregalope. That's the Screaming God. Strange path. The survivors stop at the head of the path. We must follow the path because our event revealer is insane, and that is Mortis. Yes, so Mortis must follow the path. He gains 1 understanding. Oh, he just picked up an explore. So we'll roll his insight roll. Mortis rolls a 6. I think that can re-roll a hunt event, this thing, isn't it? Insight, hunt pays a 50. No, that's on a 1 to 3. 4 to 7. Go 3 survival and 3 insanity. All right, mate. Good luck. Okay. And then rolls 1d10 and adds their understanding. Oh, that's so bad. Oh, yeah. Okay, cool. Blue dice should do us. That's a 9. The survivors ambush the monster. You're in trouble, dickhead. Oh, you're in trouble, stupid fucking guy. So you add your understanding. So we rolled a 10 plus. Path leads to the beast you're hunting. The survivors ambush the monster. Okay, cool. That doesn't mean we do it straight away, though. This one, another Screaming God hunt event. Okay, let's go. Horror of the Infinite. The event revealer spies a cloud of dusk over a cliff edge. Frantic hoofbeats reach their ears. Below, heaving beasts stumble over the stone-faced plain, a bound mass of frothing mouths and pus-drowned eyes, inexorably shifting in a disrupted cyclical pattern, meeting, crashing and collapsing at its centre. If the event revealer has 9 plus courage, we do not. We could skip the next hunt space. So the event revealer sets their insanity to 0 and gains traumatized. That's probably okay. Traumatized. So some cool stuff with courage would be nice to remember. Okay, overwhelming darkness. Let's see if we can get leader. Not that I think we'll make those fucking things now, but Lucy rolls a 6. She gains a -1 evasion token, but everyone else gains a survival. Hastur can't gain it, so that's fine. Hastur himself rolls a 7, so that is suffers 1 event damage to the arms. Persephone rolls a 7, 1 event damage to the arms. Mortis rolls a 5, everyone else gains a survival, so that's just Lucy. He gets to archive the evasion token at the start of the hunt. And Bastet picks up an 8, which is 1 event damage to the arms. Done. Okay, so here we're going to do Red Incursion, and then we're going to do Herb Gathering. So Red Incursion, if you haven't been following, the team of people that watched this stream decided that we took Seer's Eye. And not next lantern year, the year after, we have the Red Witches come and give us a shellacking in the settlement. So I've taken a survivor that we can use a lifetime reroll for this roll. We need to roll a 10 plus, and we get into Seer's Chamber. I've set it up for this. This is a 10 plus. We're going to use a red dice, and we've got a lifetime reroll to use on this one. This is Mortis. Not Mortis, Persephone. So Persephone, yep, very good. I'm so nervous. Come on, Deno, you can do it, mate. Oh, that was a 9, but it's not in the box. Come on! Never in doubt. Never in doubt. I'm too good at this game, I tell you what. Sears Chamber, baby. Let's go. The final countdown. You feel the squeeze of inevitability around your heart. Affinities shape intent. Choose the option below corresponding to the most prevalent colour of your completed affinities. In case of a tie, choose one. Roll 1d10. I don't have to roll 1d10. I gain the Worn Seeking Bow rare gear and give her Sears Eye. We archive the innovation precious fragments. This has been the best moment of my life. So easy, right? Inconceivably surprised, Sia removes her blindfold and squeezes the missing eye into its socket. It blinks rapidly, and a single blood tear rolls down her cheek. When it lands, you blink back to the hunting party, remove all Red Witch story events and showdowns from the settlement timeline. Sia appears, leading a phalanx of support into the settlement, gain 9 population. They are all female with Ageless, Peerless, and Leyline Walker. You gain the Red String of Fate ability. Oh, fuck me. Fuck me swinging. Did anyone doubt that was going to happen? I tell you what, did anyone doubt that? we got 9 survivors. That's so great. Okay, do we do that now? I'm going to do that. I will do that later. 9 female survivors, and they've all got Peerless. Actually, I can just make one, can't I? I'm gonna be slightly dubious and just make them have a parent so that I get stats out of them. Yeah, I'll let you guys theme that. This can just be Gertie for now. And then... So we will have to give them all character, but I'll do this thing here. So, what was it? Peerless? Ageless and Leyline Walker. Ageless is so good. And Leyline Walker. So we just make as many of these friggin' Marrowists as we want. Oh, oh, oh. That is just my favourite thing. Let's get the Worn Seeking Bow out as well while we're at it. Hey, Cindy. Hello. Hey. So I think you can copy a survivor. Yep. And then again, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We should have 9 Gerties in the settlement. There they are. There's the girls. There's the girls. Oh, I'm so happy with that. I'm so happy with that. All right, we need to get her Worn Seeking Bow. I don't even know what that does. I've not even once looked at it. This is the best. Oh, Cindy. I hope you didn't do anything there. Everything's still going, yes. Okay. I don't know what to do. Worn Seeking Bow, where are you? Would you be in the red? Would I put you now? There it is. Worn Seeking Bow. Okay. This one here. Yep. Range 8, When another survivor wounds the monster, this weapon gains savage and deadly threat until the end of the round. Okay, so that has to go on something in this gear grid. So we're going to ditch the vertebrae net for sure, right? Yeah. It does mean we don't get the royal scalpel benefit, but that's cool. We can deal with that. That is so good. I just want to immortalize that moment on film. I want to immortalize that thing, that 10. Look at it. Look at it standing there proudly in my dice tray by itself, all alone, black and red, the black and red dice. Yeah, I don't know why that's the case, but we'll find out soon, Militides. Yeah, it sounds like the Royal Scalpel might be good, but yeah, I don't think, I mean, we could ditch the red cloak now. We have a red thread in the settlement, so we could actually ditch the red cloak and keep everything online. Maybe that's a better option. I think that's a better option. Everything stays online, including that and including that. We got red thread in the settlement. All right, perfect. What are you doing, Cindy? What are you doing? Hey, what are you doing in there, silly thing? Hey, what are you doing? I know you want to go outside, but it's a bit cold, mate. Can't let you go outside at the moment. Hey. All right, we've got a herb gather now, so everyone gains a survival. And then we're going to... Hey, you are not allowed up here, mate. You are not allowed up here. You funny dog. That's not for you, buddy. You're starting to get a bit funnier now, aren't you? A little bit of personality coming out. Okay, so let's roll 3 dice for the herb gathering for the first couple of people. 8, 8, 2. So nothing. Second one, 10, 3, and 9. So that's 22. So we're on 32. Another 3. 32 plus 13 is 45. So we're at the one I want to be at. That's all good. That's all good. So I'll just roll 0 dice or 1 dice for the other ones. We stay in the 45 slot. So that's gain 2 fresh acanthus. Both of those will go on to Hashtua, who has Herb Grinder. Then we get a random vermin resource. And it's a crabby, which is great. And then 2 fresh acanthus. Do you know what else is actually incredible about that roll? It means that we actually now have another hunt against this guy coming up next Lantern Year. Because next year at the timeline was a visit from Nico. Not today. No, Nico's all good, thanks. She's just going to hang out. She's going to stay. Oh, shit. Okay, hey, I know everything's a bit interesting in here, but do you need to go outside? All right, I'll let you go outside, and then you can come back in later on, okay? Come on. You're excited about that? All right, off you go. Crazy guy. All right. Perfect. Crab spider. Yeah, great. And everyone gains 3 survival, but I think the only person who can actually benefit from that is Loose. No, everyone else is full. Perfect. So we got 2 more Screaming Hunt events, and that's it. No Nico fight. Nothing at all. Okay, we have the Illuminated Corpse. The hunting party comes across the mangled remains of a survivor. A pallid glow emanates from within, illuminating the rotting guts spilled over the stone-faced ground. If the settlement has cannibalized, or all Survivors are insane. A punishment for cannibalize. Damn. We lose 4 survival. That's quite bad for this fight. Well, for any fight. But yeah, losing 4 survival is bad for Hastur because he can't gain that back. We do gain 1 basic resource though. Otherwise, the event revealer reaches for the light. We gain a monster resource, Lantern Imago. The appearance of the revolting creature is a foreboding omen. So we have 4 omens now. Illuminated Corpse. I don't know what Lantern Imago is, but yeah, roll a random hunt event. Something that gains us some survival would be good. 13 is not going to gain us survival. But it was very close to Snow the Saviour, which is 14. And that would have been awesome. Overload. The event revealer falls to their knees. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2. So this is Hastur. Hastur loses 1d10 survival. No! He loses 3. He's going into this hunt with 1 survival. He's in trouble. I have no idea, Militides. Yeah, Lantern Imago is a monster resource for someone. It says monster resource Lantern Imago, so I'm guessing it's one of his guys. But, yeah, there you go. Well, it could be Parasite Queen, given what Fen's just said. If the settlement has accepted darkness, which we do, let me just get rid of the gastrophobia. Oh, perfect. And roll 1d10. Yep, perfect. That's a 1, so it says, gain disorders until you have 3 of them, lose all survival. That's terrible. So he's going in with no survival. And 96 insanity. Okay, cool. Illuminated Corpse. And that is our last Screaming God Hunt event. We have Maze Runner. It's a cool movie. A rhythmic clanging approaches. A figure streaks past the survivors, leaving bloody footprints in its wake. The event revealer is compelled to pursue. They roll 1d10 and add their movement to the roll. Persephone is rolling 1d10 and adding 5 movement. She rolls a 2, so therefore she rolls a 7. Strenuous acceleration. Superheated muscles pop. Gain runner's dystonia. Okay. What does that do for this chick? We'll get rid of this one. Yeah, these are some outrageous hunt events. Oh, when you dash, you roll on a 7+, you don't dash. That's shit. They are some punishing hunt events. That is very, very fun. Great. I loved it. I loved every moment. We make it to the showdown. It was a punishing event. Now let's apply some arrival bonuses. So everyone in this hunt, except for the person who has 0 survival, gains all of their survival back because we all have partners and stuff. So yeah, it's just us. So Lucy's on 6. Wow, that was crazy. All right, so the showdown board is set up. All right, so but we got ambush now. So how does ambush work in this situation? Set up the horizon board on the short board edge. Perfect. Place all labyrinth tiles in a nearby stack. Place the stampede here. Showdown board on the opposite horizon. Place the screaming god in the red area. Place the survivors anywhere in the blue area. So I just need to, someone remind me the rules of ambush. I can actually start anywhere I want, and I go first. So I'm looking up ambush in the rule book. I should probably look it up on the thing, on the online thing. Ambush survivors. If they do, the survivors may go first. Do not follow the setup rules in the monster's story event. Instead, place the listed showdown terrain, the monster, and survivors on the showdown board as the players decide. Cool. So at the start of the first turn, at the start of each round, one of those labyrinth tiles is going to come down. So if we take a dead monster, I think so. We'll go through that in a second. If we got a dead monster, would we get to double tap the guy? That would be so fun. Okay. This is amazing. I am very much excited for this. I'm not excited about having no survival on Hastur. So let's build the AI deck. So first of all, we do need to have one of these on top of the deck. And then we have 5 of these cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So these are all the basics. We have 12 basics. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Amazing. Hey, Fen, we rolled the 10 on Sears Chamber. It's happening. It's happening. Let's go hunt some phoenixes. Let's go just wreck face on a phoenix. Pretty common. Oh, actually, no, it's not common, is it? The legendaries must be really bad. Okay, done, and that's on top. So this deck, basically, I'll just flip one so we can look at it. So when we're at the start of each round, we flip one of these cards, and we place those guys down there. And then there's a flow for us to dash, and then the monster leaps. We move everything, and then the monster lands. So that's all fine. So in this context here, yeah, okay. So we just don't want to be in the top 7 row of this, because they're all going to come down 7 spaces. Yeah, so that's okay, I guess. So where do we want to put the Screaming God? He just jumps anyway, so that's fine. So yeah, let's just try and fuck the guy up. I've got physiognomy, so let's do that. So I'm flipping one of these. A survivor corpse and a copperfish den. Oh, maybe we should go for the burnished encephalomata. We'll take the survivor corpse. We shan't be going for the burnished encephalomata. Let's use one of the headless corpses from the thing. Yeah, so this is on the very edge of my table here. This is my edge of my table. So this row doesn't exist, basically. Okay, so if we can set up anywhere, the likelihood that the scout is going to get a Grimjaw wound is pretty minimal. At toughness 18, what is the strength of Bastet? Strength 9. We're not completely out of the possibilities. Some Battle Drunk. Yeah, the terrain will move 7 spaces also, so we want to set that up 7 spaces away from where we want it to be. Interesting. So yeah, I mean, so if this starts here, 1, 2, 3, 4, it's going to end up there. So we could put the scout there. Hastur, we probably want to put in position to go into the blind, So he's only going to get one swing, so we want that if possible. Lucy, we want to punch the guy. Oh, he can't be knocked back. That's fine. And this chick has the bone club, so let's set her adjacent. And yeah, I think that's it. I think that's pretty much all we're going to do. Okay. So we've done the Withering Momentum. I can put that hunt event away. The ambush is nice, yes. I feel pretty good about the ambush. So we're going to do this deck here rather than up the top there, because that is so far away from me, I would not be able to reach it. And I've got the stack down the bottom as well, so we're good to go. Wish us luck. So, at the start of each round, the monster performs Endless Horizon. Draw a Horizon card and follow its rules. Done. Let's review the rest of his cards. Withering Blast. Okay, let's hope that doesn't happen. All survivors in the explosion zone suffer 5 damage to monster level hit locations. Endless Horizon, Stampede, Archive, Grasping Undermaw. When the monster collides with you, suffer 3 damage to a random hit location. Then if no survivor has the Devoured Survivor status card, you gain it. So Collision is bad too. Jeepers. Alright, so let's draw our first one of these. We have Major Tetrad. Place the labyrinth tiles on the board as shown. Then everyone gets an opportunity to dash. We don't need it, so instead I'm just going to place them up there. Then it's going to go 1. Does it go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7? Is that right? It goes like that. And then there's a little 1 gap here. And then there is this one all the way on the far side. Well, let's pretend I'm not a complete nuffy because Lucy's charging there. Okay, very good. So that's our first card. The Survivor Corpse also slides down to here. And that's it. The monster jumps up in the air and then he lands in the same spot. So we don't have to do anything for him. Our turn. Wrong button, Deno. Also, ready to go. Our turn. So this would be great if I had some survival on my guy with Savage and 15 luck. Okay, we start with Luce. So Lucy's going to go and use Pack Leader when she moves for the first time. So we're going to have to make sure we stay on top of our dashes and what have you here. So Lucy has 3 tenacity tokens. She'll just use them now. So she goes up to 9. And then she's going to use her knowledge. So another survivor gains a move which must be spent immediately. So I think I want to move this guy as far away from these things as I can. So let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Cool. Yeah, fun. And then Lucy's charging using the spear. Now the Screaming set says, after you slam, yeah, okay, cool. She's got Perfect Strike. She's got Matchmaker, that's not helpful. She's got Leprosy. All right, sweet. So Lucy's going to swing. Our first attack's on this clown, hitting on I'm so nervous. Hitting on 2s. Gets a perfect hit, and so we gain Desperate Strike. So the guy's -1 toughness for the turn, because we slammed him. And we've now got +5. Is it +5? So here's what the screaming skirt says, or the screaming coat. Spend thingy to full move, and if you move 4 spaces and stop adjacent to a monster, it suffers knockback 1, it's immune to knockback, and -1 toughness till the end of the round. So it doesn't stop it from taking the -1 toughness, but she doesn't get knocked back. Cool. Yeah, so I've got +4 strength on this attack. So this attack is now strength 14, so we're a 3 to wound. We're also critting on something. Major tetrad. I don't know what... This is going to be so fun. Holy shit. All right. 3 hits, wounding on 3s. We have a reflex. We have a super dense with a reflex. And we have another reflex. Move the monster 10 spaces towards the horizon. So how does he do that? Would he move like in this area here? Would he go up that way towards that? Archive the labyrinth tile closest to the thing. Wow. Place a divine fragment terrain tile adjacent to the monster. Whoa, that's awesome. And place a divine fragment. Then you may place yourself adjacent to the monster. Braying with rage, the monster closes in. Move the monster towards the attacker. If it ends adjacent, it suffers bash and knockback. So we really want to have some katars in this fight, don't we? Cancel these fucking reflexes. That's all reflexes. So that's moved 10 spaces towards the horizon. That's the attacker suffers bash and knockback 8. That one feels like the best one. But if we roll a critical, and we do have Guardian rerolls here, we double tap the critical. So that's pretty cool. Yeah, so we're critting on 8s here. Bash and knockback 8. Bash and knockback 8. Move the monster 10 spaces towards the endless horizon. So both of those are fine. So yeah, we'll probably try for a critical. I think we want this one first, the super dense first. Praise the Guardian. Yep, it's all good. We roll a 4, so we'll try for a Guardian reroll. We're into a 9, so we double tap the crit. Place a divine fragment terrain tile adjacent to the monster. I'll put out my systemic pressure Guardian. Adjacent to the monster. A stained and broken bone juts through the monster's flesh. For an instant, you can outrun it. You gain a move, which must be spent immediately. This is very, very cool. What does Divine Fragment do? I don't know. Is this a Divine Fragment? This is a little terrain tile thing. Divine Fragment. We can scavenge it by using both. Archive this and gain a random Screaming God resource. Wow. Snatch and run. You seize the material in a single fluid motion. Archive this terrain and gain a random Screaming resource. If it is your act, gain +1 movement. Whoa. That's sweet. So here's where we're going to place ourselves. We're going to place the Divine Fragment here. Oh no, that's the one that lets us do that. Okay, so place a Divine Fragment. Yeah, we'll place it adjacent to the monster. We're going to place it here. So the scout can pick that up as well, which is cool. And then you gain a dash, which may be spent immediately. We archive this as well. So that one's gone and that one's gone. And then this one, archive the labyrinth tile closest to the monster, which is that one. If it is adjacent, the shrapnel causes an additional wound. 3 wounds down from Lucy Lou. What a legend! Okay, this one has a reflex as well. Do we want to trigger another critical maybe? That'd be delightful. Place another Divine Fragment. That's a critical. Place a divine fragment. It's fucking hell, I'm so good at this game. All right, Lucy runs away. 1, 2. Do you want to come in now, dog? Are you still... Do you want to come in? All right, I'll let you come in. Are you relaxed yet? You coming in? Come on. Good girl. Good girl. Do we need to pick... Oh, of course you would. They'll run away, won't they? Okay, well, let's place that one here. Or up here. Because Persephone's only got the bone club. And she's probably not going to do anything with the bone club. Good start. Good start, friends. So that is 4 wounds. And 2 of those little fragments. Place yourself adjacent to that tile. So we'll do that. We'll go up here. Boop. I'm so nervous. Okay, let's do the scout. We're going to pick up the divine fragment, or attempt to pick up the divine fragment. So that says roll 1d10, 4 to 7, precarious pause. Okay, cool. So we just want a 4+. Oh yeah. So we archive the terrain and gain a random Screaming God resource. Can you see the dog? Yeah, she's running around. Yeah, she's a funny thing. She's sitting down under the table now. She's a cool guy. Okay. So it's one of the things I do. I don't even look at these. I look at none of them. I sleeve the opposite direction. I sleeve that way. So I haven't even seen that artwork. It's cool. I don't know what any of these look like. I love it. But we just picked one up. Archive this terrain. Glycol coolant. Cool. And that fragment is disappeared. So let's do my Dashing Reaper guy now. He has literally only got 1 attack this whole fight, and it is with this one. He might get more actually, but we'll do the bow. Let's do the bow, the wrought longbow. So we are 2 speed. Lucy's done. She still has a surge, by the way. So Mortis has a reroll token. Has Devout. And accuracy 1. Okay, so this is going to be hitting on 6s. Any speed? No speed. Hitting on 6s. It's a 1 and a 5. So we might use a reroll token, because I sort of want to get a perfect hit here so we can cycle the movement buffs. On a perfect hit with this, gain movement at the start of your next act. Yeah, we'll use the reroll token, I guess. It's a 1, so we failed to hit completely. We'll dash with this guy. So he's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This chick, the scout has had her full act as well, but we can go for that survivor corpse with a surge. We probably will. So Persephone is going to go for the other divine fragment using her movement and action thing. She rolls a lantern 10, so she gets a movement. And we get another Screaming God resource. So where does she want to move to? Probably... Yeah, you actually don't want to be where Lucy is, do you? You don't want to be in that front row because you could get knocked down. Alright, we get Ungulate Digits, Bone and Scrap. Fun. What do the numbers up the top mean? What does 1 and 2 mean? We'll find out, I suppose. Maybe that's how rare they are. I don't know. Okay, so now I'm going to attack with the Dashing Reaper Paleon. I'll see. Okay, thanks guys. Thanks for the help. She gets a movement she can use right now. All right, she'll go over here, I guess. Hastur. Swinging once. What a guy. Perfect hit. Plus Sad Frog Dog Song. This guy crits on like a 2+. This is outrageous. Bloody trophies and windworn tatters topple to the ground. Place a divine fragment. Did I remember to move the... no, I failed to wound. Okay, Hastur, King in Yellow. That's a 7. That's a critical. Place a divine fragment terrain tile adjacent to the monster. Are these... No, these don't knock us down when they run through it. That's Savage, so we do 2 wounds with that because of the Dashing Reaper weapon. So he's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And go to there. We sort of want him to be attacked because he's got the... High Roller. And that Divine Fragment goes next. We could put it next to Lucy. But she can't. So I assume this is the same sort of principle. This will be probably a Fen question. This Divine Fragment is the same sort of principle as shooting with a bow, doing it twice. So you can't spend your surge and your dash to actually be able to do that in the one act as you can in a normal thing. Is that how that works, or could I use a surge and a dash to harvest that? It is the same. Yeah. Okay. So I don't think anyone can do it this turn. So I'll position it there where it is, and that'll be fine. The Scout will use a surge and then a dash to harvest the Survivor Corpse. Rolls a 9, so that's a Skull plus 3 Insanity for them, and plus 1 Insanity for someone else. So Bastet, we'll give it to herself. We'll go 4 Insanity, so she's insane, just in case that matters. Alright, Scully McSkullovich. And then, thanks to my Scout being movement 5, we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to there. All right, so Lucy does still have a surge, so maybe we swing with a surge, and she is in range because it's got reach too. So yeah, let's keep going while the going's good. 3 speed from Luce, hits on a 2+. 3 hits, no perfect hit. Ooh. There's a failure reaction, okay. First strike, oh, there's a reflex. And a wound reaction, cool. Okay, so we have to do the first strike. We could give this guy a -1 toughness token if we crit here loose. So again, we've got a Guardian reroll in play, should we need it. She crits on 8s or 7s. That's a 2. So we use a Guardian reroll into another 2. Alright, so if it ends adjacent, the attacker suffers knockback 10. Flung hard, they suffer a random severe injury if this causes them to collide with terrain. All right. Question. If I knock her back to that end, she's not going to hit terrain. She just hits the board edge, yeah? So that's it. That's a shame, loose. That would have been nice. Desperate strike, no. Did we actually do a wound, though? That's the question. I don't think we do with a 2+. 2, no, not even close. So the Guardian reroll, done. All right, we've had a pretty solid first round, though. I'll be happy. I'll be happy enough with that. Let's go with this guy. How does Grimjaw even work in this fight? I need to get the Reaper Jaw. Okay, the first Screaming God AI card we've come across. How good is it? It is. Glowing Muzzle Punch. The survivor with the most insanity. Well, that'd be the guy with 88 insanity, if you don't mind. Or 96 insanity. The person I wanted to be the target anyway. So, 4 speed. Oh, this is so cool. Okay, Glowing Muzzle Punch. The monster's thrashing muzzle swarms with motes of cold light. Luminous crawlers rain onto your body, seeking shelter in the folds of your exposed skin. We're going to have so much brain trauma that's going to do absolutely nothing to us. He's got 2 herb grinder things. You can just archive this. So if we've gone first, do we have to draw another thing? Or is this is, yeah, so we just changed the order. Yeah, okay. So 4 speed. We want to see one of these is a 10. Okay, so we take that 10 and we put it on him. So he's now got a critical Dashing Reaper ready to go. Pew! That one misses, that one misses, that one hits. We can't dodge, but we have Durability Delusion, so we ignore the first hit we suffer each round. Yeah, I got 1,000 insanity from beating the God of 1,000, whatever it is, the Phoenix Legendary. Okay. So that's done. Is he just 1 AI card? Cool. All right, so let's flip the next one of these. So here is the deck. So this one is called the Lydian Form. So we place labyrinth tiles as follows. So yeah, the best way to do this is to just move the other ones, hey? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then this one, there's 4 spaces here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then there's 1 gap between that one. Oh, this also goes 7. 1, 2, 3, 4. This one goes here, and this one goes here. Okay, so Lucy gets smashed all the way down, and does she get knocked back into that guy? I think she does, which means she suffers 2 collisions. She suffers the collision from the labyrinth, and she suffers the collision from running into that guy. So we want to stand her up and dash, I think, is our go. She hasn't dashed this turn, so we can do that. So let's spend a survival from Persephone to fist bump her up. Yep. And then Luce will dash to get into a position. Nothing stopping Persephone from doing that. No, that's fine. Who's my 2 guardians, actually? That's Guardian. Hastil's got Guardian. Okay, Hastil is the other Guardian. So it's not on the scout, it's here. Cool. So yeah, so Lucy dashes and gets into this sort of spot here. Boot, 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 boot. She was here, she got knocked back 10. And she was here, she got knocked back 10, so she goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hang on, she speed 6 loose. Yeah, she speed 6, what a legend. Okay, so that's where loose is. That's her dash gone for this turn, but that's it. So that's cool. So let's get the scout to go get that fragment thing, I think. So the scout will dash, Bastet. And she'll go for the fragment thing. That's a 7. So that is a random Screaming God resource. And this time we get an eroded hide. Fun. That's got a 3. Maybe that has to do with their rareness. Something. I don't know. And that's it for that guy. So he jumped and he landed back down. That's gone. So the scout has done their full act for the turn. So let's do, is it? Don't, you're making me nervous now. Let's do the Dashing Reaper Palion. Have a go, little guy. Have a go. He rolls 2 glorious hits, one of which is going to be an automatic critical because of this thing. That's a reflex, and that's a death blow. I'll use the critical. Tongue tatters. Boom, savage. Boom, boom. Good on you, Hastur. You're a fucking champion. Okay, so he's used High Roller. Done. And that's it. So the second one, that's a 6 plus 2 plus 9 is... 6 is 15, so we actually fall short there on the death blow. That's fine. We don't want to re-roll that. There's a death blow location. That's cool to know. Not everyone has one. Scream God is killed. Move the monster corpse in a straight line towards the horizon. Which one's the horizon? Is it this end at the top, or is this? So yeah, that's the stampede. That's the horizon. Okay. Cool. And then Hastur is going to position himself 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 out of the way of that thing. We'll shoot with the bow right where we are. Mortis. No speed. Hitting on 6s. A 4 and a 4. Mortis has had a good thing. Actually, we can't really afford to do the dash scout thing. Yeah, no, let's do the dash surge split so we can fire twice with it. Okay, that was a great decision. He's done. All right, so Lucy probably has a go. Yep. Oh, wrong button. So Mortis has been absolutely tragic here. And Persephone could have a dip with the Worn Seeking Bow, actually. That might be worthwhile. Irreplaceable, unique, cumbersome, range 8. It doesn't have Savage and Deadly, so no point with using that. I think the Bone Club's actually better. Yeah, no, okay, so it's just pretty much Lucy this turn. So she'll move 1, 2, 3 to here. She's not going to, she can't do the dash thing, but she's going to be able to use the lantern halberd to move back into the slot, which is nice, even though we might not want to. Okay, it arrived again. How tremendous. I feel so bad for them. It's happened to a few people. And like, it's not their fault. It's some glitch that's caused it to happen. It's ridiculous. No perfect hits again. Come on, Loose. Come on. First strike. Can't cancel that. The attacker suffers bash and knockback 8. So, unfortunately, we have to do that. Yeah. Oh, yeah, no, there's nothing I can do about that. Okay, well, let's see if we can wound it at least. We would have criticaled and done a double tap, but yeah, it's happened to a few people, unfortunately. Let me just read the rules. If you wound with a spear, apply that wound result to the next selected hit location. So I don't think we can. I think the reaction triggers. Is probably my reading of that. It says selected, so yeah. So Lucy's going to suffer knockback 8, which is going to slam her over to here, which is going to put her into safety, but it's going to knock both of them down. And that is all. The scout should have actually gone to here, which I would have known that. Yes, great. Okay. Not as positive a second turn. So this guy flips glowing lance, the farthest threat by column. Okay, so that is the scout here. So farthest threat by column means you roll just the columns. Doesn't matter if one's further away by distance, you just do the column. 4 speed, accuracy 2+ on Bastet. So we have durability delusion, and we have some delightful stone skin to cancel some stuff. During your act, you may gain a bleeding token to perform block at no activation cost. Limit once per round. Surely I should just do that everything, right? You don't know he's going to be targeted though, don't know. Otherwise you're just bleeding yourself for no reason. Yeah, alright. So I think what's going to happen is this guy's going to go straight through my mate with collision, because he just goes straight forward, and the Screaming God's Grasping Undermaw snap shut around you. When you gain this, remove your survivor from the board and place him on this card. While you are devoured, no other survivor can gain this. At the start of your act, suffer monster level. When the Screaming God suffers a critical wound, you are spat out. And when you suffer collision, we're going to suffer 4 damage to the body. And that was just stupid Mortis, who's been absolutely rubbish anyway. Whatever, mate. Okay, so the Scout's in okay shape here. Let's see how many of these we can avoid. So, shame we don't have the thing. So we'll dodge 1 and we'll durability delusion 1. So it's just going to be 1 swing on the boots. So dodge on Bastet, and the boots are going to suffer 4 damage. 1, 2, 3, 4. We actually had stone skin there, which would have been really useful. Would have cancelled a hit there. So, yep, durability delusion comes in clutch. Yep, cool. So, glowing lance. Alright, it's the start of our turn, so we're going to do another one of these cards, and we have Diminished Tetrad. Yeah, you should actually mark the spot where they move to, shouldn't you? Actually, there's numbers here. That's just 14, so you just go to 21, right? Is that right? 14. 1, 2, 3. Yep, cool. So that one goes to there. That one's 7, so it just goes to 14, which is here. So he leaps up, and he's just going to land there or there, I think. She gets knocked down to here, and she's got collision. So collision with the labyrinth tile is 4 damage to a random hit location to the waist. Yeah, of course. All right. And, yep. All right. And yeah, let's just go and confirm the rules of this thing. So when he would land, where's he placed? The monster lands. Move it towards the horizon panel until you reach the closest spaces. Yep, perfect. And so then we have 3 in the middle. I just realised these have got arrows on them and I'm facing them the wrong way. What an idiot. All right, fun. Looking forward to the weekend. Let's go, Luce. Fire up. It's time to charge. Time to charge. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. She ends adjacent, and so she can move 1 space, which she will, and attack a monster with a melee weapon at +2 strength. 3 hits, but no perfect hits. She's in good position there, Luce. God, I love Lucy. All right. Tattered pinner, tattered tail, trap. Okay, Luce, can you 7+ it and cancel the trap? Oh, it's a 6. So do we Guardian reroll that? Or can we Guardian reroll that? Because you're doomed? I'm not sure, but yeah, I don't think you can. Are these musical things? Are they? Oh, okay, I get it. It's Guitar Hero. All survivors are doomed. There is a fantastic burst of light and the screaming god vanishes. You realise too late that it has leapt above you. Place the monster on top of the attacker and as many other survivors as possible, ignoring if no other survivor has the devoured survivor status card, the attacker gains it. Okay, well, it can only be her. Archive any terrain the monster lands on. Cool, so I can get him to archive 2 of them. That seems fine. What is the oh, is there a musical thing happening that I'm missing, is there? So we can get him to archive both of these. And then Lucy can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. She's not knocked back, but she does suffer collision, which means she suffers 4 damage to the head. Don't do this to me, man. It's only 3 damage because it's Lucy and she's leprotic. Okay, but he does have a -1 toughness token. So Lucy, we can stand her up. We'll do that with the scout. All right, yeah. That's because you see a little picture of it up there. Yeah, okay, so I guess we just go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 with Paleon in the rear now. 2 speed, a 1 and a perfect hit. So we get to add Sad Frog Dog Song to this 1, which does have a wound reaction. He crits on a 7+ or something. King in yellow! Is it 5+, I should say. Critical. Place 2 divine fragment tiles adjacent to the monster. And that's also going to spit out my friend. 2 divine fragment tiles. Where are we going to put those? So he can't do anything, but if I go here, it'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Or if I go here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, so that one's good. And where does this guy? Devoured. Archive and place your survivor knocked down in an unoccupied space in the monster's blind spot. Okay. So we'll stand him up with... who do I need to stand up? I need to stand up Lucy. So yeah, Scout will stand up Lucy. I've got fist bump. Scout will stand up Lucy and fist bump Persephone. So that's 2 survival. And Persephone will fist bump the guy with the bow. You should be facing this way, I think. So now I am going to, because he charged Lucy, I just forget to turn him. Yeah, so I'm going to use the bow's surge to grab the divine fragment. So that's a 7, so we get another resource. And then Grandsire Antler, perfect bone. You have -2 movement while carrying this resource. Why has it got a 10? That doesn't seem good. Okay. -2 movement. Ugh. He's moving 3. What is it? What did I get? You guys are dickheads. Come on, team. We're now going to shoot the bow. So 2 hits with the bow because of the thing. Oh, right. Okay, good. Well, we don't need it. The Ceaseless Hawk and the Ceaseless Mandible. There is a reflex and there is a reflex. So we can critical. We do have a luck here and we have a lucky charm as well. So that's actually +1 luck. Oh, can you? Okay, cool. So we'll use the black dice again. So critical would be nice. That's a 6. It's probably worth dipping into a Guardian reroll here. So we'll do that. Do I? No, we fail, but we still wound. She stood up. So we are going to suffer bash and knock back 8. So we're going to collide into that and be knocked down again. That one's gone. So the knockback into the pillar is 4 damage to the body. I've still got 1 reroll left, 1 Guardian reroll up the sleeve. Okay, Persephone's just going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And Lucy is going to dash 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, we don't want to be that close to those things just in case we get knocked down. So she is going to surge now with the spear. Come on, Luce. I need you to clutch in here. Perfect hit for the desperate strike. Lucy! Trap! Lucy, why do you do this? Trap cancel! So we shuffle, do you shuffle the whole deck? 7+, shuffle the whole deck. I can't remember, spear spec, it's on her thing. When attacking, you draw a 7 plus, cancel it, discard it, then reshuffle the hit location, discard, and then draw a new card. Okay, so one. Oh, you can only do it once per round. What do you do? Do you have to? So correct me if I'm wrong here. Do you have to draw the 2 cards? Do you draw all 3, and then shuffle the deck? Like, when do you do that? So should I have had 2 cards dealt out? I'm gonna. Does this have a thing in the book? I suppose it's like the blue charm. I don't actually know the correct timing of that process. So if you draw the trap, do you just stop all stuff? Draw hit locations. Trap. When the trap is drawn, okay, if any drawn hit location cards are trap, order them first. So you would actually leave the 2. So you would actually you would leave the 2 out, and then draw the rest. I'm not sure. Okay, well, let's just draw 2 hit locations and assume that those 2 were left out. And then we're going to shuffle and then draw the new one. The death blow. Okay. So now Lucy's going to, there's a reflex. We'll do this one with the wound first. We want to see if we can get a 10. Actually, it's a 7 or something. Yeah, okay, sweet. So that's a 10. We're going to take that. Critical. All adjacent survivors gain 3 survival and 3 insanity. Unfortunately, the guy who is adjacent can't gain survival during the hunt or the showdown, so he's going to go to 99 insanity. What a legend. That's 2 wounds, 1, 2, because that automatically criticals this one. Move the monster 1 space in any direction. The attacker gains 3 survival. Good on you, Luce. Love your work. And then the death blow, we've got a desperate strike here. That's another one, so I can't remember if I removed the wounds, but I think I did. Very nice. So that's the end of our turn. So now the buffhead's going to draw a card. He's got a lot of cards. He's got a lot of wounds, hasn't he? Yeah, I haven't done Spear Spec in about 5 or 6 campaigns. I just don't ever use it. Okay, so the monster's AI card is Ancient Gasp. Farthest threat by column. Oh, hang on, I haven't actually done the scout yet. Well, let's assume that I'm not a dodgy guy. No, I am a dodgy guy. Okay. Place the target adjacent to the monster in its facing. Okay. Level 3 is pretty crazy. So he's going to go there, and what he's going to do is he's going to suck the scout in. That's terrible. And then he's going to perform Withering Blast, but on a 10, he's going to fail to do that, which is nice. Okay, so this is 4 speed, hitting on a 2+. So that one misses. That one misses. That one's got Durability Delusion, and we dodge that one. So now we perform Withering Blast. Yeah, that one you can't escape. It's pretty cool. Oh my god, I don't think I've dashed with her actually. Runner's Dystonia. I haven't done her any dashes on her. She's done no attacking, so that's fine. Okay, Withering Blast is this card up here. So it looks like this. The monster's tongue coils rapidly, winding in a crushing spiral. It unleashes a ear-splitting phosphorescent beam from its frothing muscle. All survivors in the explosion zone suffer 5 damage to monster level hit locations. And then if any survivor has devoured projectile disgorge. So you can hide behind. Is there a? There's no surge. There's no dash opportunity. Ah, okay. So that's just if that's happening, that's happening. Cool. Not. All right, so if we roll a 10 though, the monster coughs blood, survives in the explosion zone, suffer no damage from the persistent injury. We roll the opposite of a 10. I should count that anyway. Tongue tatters. Okay, so we'll roll 1 damage to the waist on Bastet. 5 damage to the waist, I should say, to Bastet. Very good. Okay, so that's the end of the round. So it's a new round, and we will now flip this card, and it is diminished form. So now these ones all run off the end. These ones go down to 21, 21, 21. These ones go down to 14. 14. And these ones go to 7, so it's 1, 2, 3. Perfect. Oh, look at this. You couldn't have planned for it any better, Deno. You're a legend. You're a legend. All right. Oh yeah, and this thing goes 1, 2, right next to the scout. The scout's going to pick that up. He's going to try to pick that up. The scout rolls a lantern 10. That means he gets a move as well. What a legend. We get a patchy hide. And then you get to move a thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Don't forget, my scout is +1, +2 speed because he's an absolute animal. All right, Lucy, I think our best bet now is actually just to swing with the Dashing Reaper in the blind. So let's do that. Actually, let's mark some weapon proficiency points. So, have got a bow, haven't got a sword, have got the dagger, which is dagger mastery, and have got the spear. So that's good. We could go for fist and tooth. Yeah, let's go for a couple of swings with Hastua in the blind. He's just critting on anything, so, oh, I've got to roll the yellow dice. Oh, I should roll the yellow dice. Okay, so 1 hit and Sad Frog Dog Song. Triggers. There is a reflex. We have 1 Guardian reroll left. We don't need it. We're critical. The monster kicks and place the monster adjacent to the nearest monster impassable terrain. You glean the technique, gain fighting art parkour. This idiot's been jumped on as well, so this is the nearest one. So, oh, I suppose we could go here, couldn't we? That idiot got devoured again. Yeah, that's fine. We'll do that. So, do we gain parkour? That's savage. 2 wounds. Parkour! All I can think about is Michael Scott. Just rolling around. Parkour! So we'll just look at what it says. We can't actually take it because we've got, oh no, Sad Frog Dog Song is a secret fighting art. So we'll have a look at it and see if we want to chase it. When you spend movement, you may move through spaces occupied by the monster, impassable terrain, and monster impassable terrain without causing collision. That's interesting. I don't think it does a lot in this, I mean, it does obviously do a lot in this showdown when you move. Still going to get hit by the thing. I'm not going to risk doing that thing, so we'll just do the other thing. We're rolling 9. Bullshit. Gain a Lumi. We can actually have both because you're allowed one secret and one non-secret. And Sad Frog Dog Song is actually a secret fighting art, so that's fine. I like where he is. He and the Scout are done. That's true. That's true. Persephone. The club doesn't have reach, so we can't use that. I don't want to risk the Royal Scalpel. So let's just do Luce, I guess. Lucy just swings for the fences with a Lantern Halberd. Only 2 hits and no perfect hits. Come on, Luce. Still got a Guardian reroll up the sleeve. There is a Reflex. And there is a Wound. Well, we need to critical this, actually, because both of these look like bad reactions. Turn to face the attacker. Face them. Perform Withering Blast. Yeah, that's bad. Lucy's not going to enjoy that. All right, Luce. Do your thing. No. So it's our last Guardian reroll. And we're looking for an 8. Do we still get Gambler Dice? We do. It's a 6. Damn. Yeah, high roll is the other one. Okay, so we do that. We have Withering Blast, and then we wound that. So we do still do 2 wounds, assuming the Withering Blast doesn't knock us down, which it might. So we'll see. The first wound definitely goes through. We'll just see if we get the second wound. Lucy doesn't have that. It's a Hastur that has that. Okay, so first of all, does the monster roll a 10 and not do any damage on his Withering Blast? He doesn't. He rolls an 8. That's what I needed for my crit. So that does 5 damage, which goes down to 4 to the head. Lucy has just copped a knockdown, so she's not going to do that thing, and she is going to have a severe injury roll. Okay, we don't get to ignore that with Durability Delusion because that's not a hit. Yeah. So she's got -5 to this roll. Oh no, she's not sane, so that's fine. So she's not going to do that, but she has got -2 from Leprosy. Oof. That doesn't feel great. I would like to keep Lucy alive here. Come on, Deno. She rolls a 2. Lifetime reroll for Lucy. Oh no. Come on, Deno. Into a 10! Deno! Lifetime rerolls used. Yes, it's -2. So that'll be an 8 overall. Concussion. Gain a random disorder. Gain 1 bleeding token. So we'll definitely want to get rid of this cowardice, I reckon. Vestophobia. Thank goodness it's just a screaming armor set. Yeah, don't enjoy that at all. But a screaming coat. I have actually got pelt in the settlement, so that's okay. That's okay. All right, we've got 4 wounds to go. Lucy is knocked down. Do we stand her up and swing again? Yeah. So Persephone will fist bump Lucy, stand her up, and she'll swing one more time with a surge. She hasn't dashed or moved yet. Desperate Strike would be great, Luce. 3 red dice. A 10 and 2 4s is 3 hits, including a Desperate Strike. Traps. Can she 7+? Again, she can. All right, so we'll do the rest of it properly. So she'll draw these 2. I'm going to get more spear proficiencies happening. They're awesome. Alright, so Super Dense Reflex. Move the monster 10 spaces towards the horizon. Reflex suffers bash and knockback 10. Wound, move the monster 10 spaces towards the horizon. There's a lot of Divine Fragment ones here. So let's do it in this order. Lucy is an animal. Okay, so if we raw dog an 8+ here, we double crit these, but no, we don't. It's a 3, but that is actually a wound. Or is it actually? Hang on a second. Is it a wound? We did get Desperate Strike. So we go to 14 strength. We didn't slam this turn. So no, so that's actually not a wound because he's toughness 18 and we didn't get any -1. All right, so that one fails to cause a reaction, which is fine. So then we'll trigger into this one. Into the box, Deno, into the box. That's a critical. Now, if you wound with a spear, apply that wound result to the next selected hit location in this attack. That's 2 Divine Fragments, including a movement. Good on you, Luce. Yeah. Okay, well, the second one, attempt to wound the second one, or third one. So that's a fail to wound, but that one has a reflex, which is suffer bash and knockback 8. Wrong button. So she's knocked down, knockback 8. She's fine. We will fist bump her with thingy because she has not moved yet. And she'll move into position. We still only have 2 wounds to go. The Divine Fragments, we'll place 1 here and we'll place 1 here. Because the chicken black hasn't gone. I don't think she has. So this chick's going to use her. Oh, let's do this. Let's be absolute legends. Let's do this and try and get 2 with her. Surge and dash. First one. Oh, we get knocked down if we fail this. Okay, come on, teal dice. Yes. Followed by, that's an 8, so she gets a move as well. Oh no, she got knocked down on the second one. Actually, the way you should do that, if you've got 2 adjacent to you, so we take that one first. The way you should do that is, you should do the first one with your surge, because then you gain a free thingy on the second one. Yeah, 1 to 3. Pyretized Splinters. Surge plus base move, and then you do the other one in reverse. Yeah, exactly. Militides has got what I'm picking up, what I'm putting down. But we rolled a 2 on that one, so she's knocked down. And that one is staying right where it is. So, it's his turn. He's only got 1 AI card. It's one we've seen. Let's hope it's not that suck and blow one. It isn't. Survive with the most insanity. Yes, that's so good. It means Dickhead uses his durability delusion and follows it up with the high roller. Roll a 10, you puss bucket, so I can savage wound you to death. He rolls a 9. That's enough for a critical anyway. So we'll take the high roll a 9. That one misses, that one misses, that one hits, and we'll durability delusion that. You do nothing. You're an absolute scumbag. All right, so we've won the showdown. There's absolutely, unless this is a trap, we've won the showdown. So these all go away. This goes down here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This goes to 21. This goes to 21. This goes to 14. This one goes to 14. It's going to knock her along the way. Oh, no, it's not. No, it was in this row, wasn't it? Yeah. So she's going to get slammed to there. And this one goes to there. Everyone else is fine. The next card is, whoa, Minor Tetrad. What an absolute banger. What a banger fight. Oh, this guy's knocked as well. So he gets collided with as well. Actually, I don't even think I've done his move yet. He wasn't going anywhere though. So he's going to get knocked down to here, which is going to knock the scout down as well. That guy's going to suffer the damage to the body. He's just taking a severe injury roll, that idiot. So severe injury roll for Mortis. He rolls a 3 on the body. Now, I don't think he's got any durability delusions or anything. No. So that's 2 bleed tokens on the body, I'm pretty sure. Oh, no, is that gaping chest wound? No, 2 bleeding tokens. Perfect. And Scout's knocked down, but he doesn't suffer any penalties from that. We've got old mate ready to swing in the blind spot because this guy moved adjacent to Lucy. And, oh no, yeah, that's fine. Yep, so that's all good. So we're going to fist bump with Mortis. No, we're going to fist bump with Lucy. Stand up this guy. She's going to dash. She's got that thing that stops me on a 7+ from dashing. So don't roll 7+. Wanker. Wanker. I can't get that thing. That's so annoying. Yeah, all right. So we'll just swing with the dude in the rear. King and yellow rolls a perfect hit, which unless this is the trap, it has a critical. Reveal the next 3 Horizon cards and place them in the deck in any order. No worries. Finish him. All right. Yeah. So that was fun. Victory. 2 hunt XP, 1 weapon proficiency level. Yeah. Complete the showdown. 2 hunt XP. Okay, so we're getting some impermanism, optimism, Marrowism stuff. Some Stone Architect stuff. 1 weapon proficiency. Rewards. Gain the Great Hall settlement location. The group gains the following rewards. 5 basic resources. We're also going to gain... I don't think I did too much wrong. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Does that mean I don't get a basic monster resource thing? When you defeat a monster, gain 1 bone resource of your choice in that monster's resource deck. Well, what the fuck are these for? Desperate Harvest. I need to sticky tape that. That's going to come apart. The survivors are caught between opportunity and time, having mere moments to scavenge their trophies. The survivors must harvest the corpse. Okay, so this is just like the king one where you got to do crazy stuff. During the aftermath, before the story event, Grimjaw, etc. So you should try for Grimjaw. Okay, using the shortest path, count the number of columns between the defeated monster's base and the stampede. Then add the following to the result based on the level of the defeated monster. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 plus 5 is a 16. Each Screaming God has a number in the upper right corner. This represents the time it takes to extract it. Shuffle his deck. Okay, okay. Begin the harvest by drawing 1. Reduce the survivor's remaining opportunity. Wow, we don't want to get trampled, do we? Okay, well, what's the maximum what's the maximum value? The horns are 10. How many 10s are there? If you pull that, you're fucked. I need to look how many. Okay, 3. There's a couple of 5s. 1, 1, 2, 3, 1, and there's a couple of 4s and a 5. All right. So the 10, pulling the 10 is just typical Deno jank, isn't it? Classic stuff from the big man. All right. So if it becomes 0 or less, so you could die. Archive all monster resources. That's terrible. 8 or a 10. How do you get an 11 plus? Improbable Survivor. Yeah, your Royal Scalpel. Okay, so I do this first. Then. What's another high value one? Let's do... So that's an iron. That's a bone and an organ. So we can take that one. That's a bone and an iron though. That's pretty good. Oh, have you read that? If used with the Dark Dentist, gain explosive bite. Your fisted tooth gains devastating one. That is fucking incredible. After each successful wound attempt using fisted tooth, suffer 1 damage to the head hit location. That is incredible. Oh my god, I love that so much. That is so good. That's the Lantern Imago thing that we were talking about. Patchy hide. Okay, so I think probably we take this cataract thing. I don't know which one's right. This seems awesome, but we already did Dark Dentist, so... yeah, so we'll do calcified cataract. That's from the Royal Scalpel. And we didn't do a wound with the Grimjaw. Okay, so first flip is a 3. Second flip is a 1. So we're at 4. Third flip, a 1. So we're at 5. And a 5. That takes us to 10. So the maximum is a 5. So we can't possibly fail here. But what will be challenging is if we get a 4 or something. 2. All right, so I think we probably just settle for that. I don't want to risk anything else. Okay, so we'll take that over. What would we have gotten if I went again? Okay, cool. Is that not the best monster resource gathering ever? Ever? Is that not the best thing ever? No, I didn't go for Grimjaw. That seemed way too risky. To try and wound toughness 18. I might make the Reaper Jaw. That will make that good. That fight is absolutely kick-ass. Okay, so we return and advance the year. Well done, team. Achieved the dagger mastery, added it to the settlement. Well done. Glorious. We have an acid storm and we have another settlement event. We're going to add the Great Hall crafting location. And let's do our settlement event. So yeah, correct. I don't think I got too much wrong. I don't think I did too many things incorrectly there. I had all of you wonderful people to help me. So this pile, we're going to do 6, and this pile, we're going to do 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3. Lights in the sky or something that can give you a worthless piece of gear? I think we'll take lights in the sky, thanks. Lights in the sky, you know how I feel. Birds flying high, you know how I feel. Hey, remember how we were going to have to fight the Red Witches in this Lantern year and now we don't? It's pretty cool, isn't it? Acid Storm, I think I've left my Acid Storm in here, haven't I? Maybe I haven't. No, there it is. I did leave it in here. Each returning survivor archives a gear card of their choice. That sounds terrible. No, it's a 5. The returning survivor with the highest insanity must skip the next hunt. He was probably going to anyway because he is achieved his dagger mastery. We don't have nightmare training. It is tragic. It is absolutely tragic. So lights in the sky. And then Acid Storm done No other story events. 7 endeavours. Let's put in the veritable cavalcade of resources that we collected in that hunt. We have 1 hide, 1 hide, 1 bone, 1 perfect hide, 1 question marks, and we got a vermin, a skull, and a broken lantern. Broken lantern, skull, crabby boy, little crabby baby. Hey, little crabby. And then this guy, okay. So ungulate digits, glycol coolant, grandsire antler, that's cool. Ungulate digits, winding stomach. Archive this to gain 3 fresh acanthus strange resources. Oh, we did get 2 of them as well. Patchy hide, pyretized splinters, calcified cataract, pyretized splinters, patchy hide, eroded hide. So that seems like a great little time. We do have a good chance of getting glow. Yeah, okay, so to explain what everyone that missed it at the start of the hunt phase, we were trying to drop off Seer's eye into Seer's chamber, and we got it, which means 9 red witches have joined the settlement like absolute fucking champions. So that's what we need 9 names for. So hit me with them whenever you're ready, Militides. We'll name all of our girls. The girls. Here they are. The first one. Okay, so Sangrida. Atla. Oh no, not that one. Atla. This is the best. Atla. Egia. Aurgiafa. Orgifa? Or... yeah, if that's not the coolest thing that's happened on stream. Well, all 9 of them have to be named for the same thing. They're all red witches, so that's just so cool. Gialp. Yeah, the showdown. Well, probably my first observation would be the Screaming God didn't move as much as I anticipated. Maybe that's because I was critting the fuck out of him, but that's okay. Greep. I sort of expected him to be flying all over the place, but he sort of stayed quite stationary, which was fine. Imd. It was amazing. The hunt is absolutely punishing. And the reactions are punishing. So again, you have this knowledge. I have no knowledge of this, so I would never not go for Katars when going for this guy. So just so you can cancel a reaction or 2. Yarn Suxa. Yarn Suxa. Yeah, that's cool. I do need to mark that as well. And the last one is Ulfrun. Well done. Good work, Militides. That's awesome. So let's do characters. There is only 5 character cards left in the deck. So I'm just going to do from the top down. And then we'll bring the deck back together. And yeah. So Sangrida gets the Queen. Atla gets the Tough. We've got to get her that unyielding so she gets +1 to severe injuries. Eggia gets the Watched. They're some of the best ones. Those are some of the best character cards. Yeah, Glow is a white speaker. Only the lonely. What a punishment for Argifia that she can't participate in intimacy when she can't anyway because she's a white speaker. And last of all, the Glamorous. Gyalp the Glamorous. I'm going to name her the Glamorous. Glamorous. Okay, so we automatically gain her gear, that one there, because we've reached the monster, the voluptuous bodysuit. So we get that straight away because we hunt XP2. The Glamorous. Ah. And so what I'm going to do for the rest of these is I'm just going to randomize it. So we'll just do this. Gatherer. The Bow, that's nice. I'm happy to replace a Bow. Ulfrun. Another Gatherer, fine. One Yarn Suxer. The Bright Side, so she's just become a matchmaker. She has to roll her bold roll. She rolls a 2. I think that's gain a reroll on a thing this phase. Bold. Settlement phase. May reroll 1 endeavour result this phase. Perfect. I won't worry about doing the philosophies until we take them out. But let's do Mortis. Let's do Optimism. Hang on, is there still one in there? Sanctimonious. One of those chicks can be Sanctimonious. We'll give the Lonely Sanctimonious. Yeah, anyway, continuing on the showdown. So really, I would change up a lot of my strategy for how I built the campaign selection of gear grids, but I would definitely go for a spear. I definitely think the Screaming Antelope and the Screaming God are a match made in heaven, because you want to use those little Screaming Braces to collect the resources, and you want to use spears to try and cancel the trap. Just a lot of reflex reactions. So things like Joint Array. So you'd go for Joint Array to cancel the first hit reaction, which I didn't take in that fight. So I'll definitely take some Joint Array survivors now. And yeah, a lot of interesting stuff. It's a cool fight. I love the tiles sliding across the thing. X-Mask, we probably can get the thing to the max. Almost certainly. All right, so Lucy's lost a reroll. She's probably, I really do want to get Pack Leader leveled up. Do we go out with Lucy again? That's a risk. Okay, so let's do some things here, and then we can look at the cool stuff. So Impermanism, Marrowism, and Optimism. We'll do the Optimist first. Yeah, I learnt that as well. I was reading the same Discord thing that you were. We did that once. We only did that once because we fought a level 2 and a level 3. So the level 2, we're possibly 2 collective cognition higher than we should be. Mortis, rank 2. Optimism. He rolls a 7. Collective cognition 28. Gain +1 luck. Good on you, Mortis. What a top bloke. Gain a Lumi and gain +1 strength. Okay, that all seems just pretty much good. Okay, So if I remember rightly with optimism, it is just like stats. It's stats and then some shit knowledges. So I shan't be going optimism anytime soon again. It is my least favourite, definitely. But we have a Marowist. Oh, actually, we've got to do a endeavour at the thing. So we'll do that in a second. So we are now a Marrowism rank 3, which is consume a bone resource. If you cannot, we shall consume that monster bone. Gain a strength and a Lumi. God, I love Marrowism. Strength 6. Okay, so roll a d10. So this is Hastua, so of course we roll the yellow. No, this is Bastet, so it doesn't matter what we roll. All right, we'll roll the pink dice. Into a 4. Okay, gain surgical precision. Knowledge, surgical precision. Oh, yeah. Did you not know that Marrowism is the greatest fucking thing ever, by the way? Remove all your disorders, you cannot gain disorders anymore. Yeah, Marrowism is literally the best. It is the best thing in the whole game. So I don't think Stone Skin's going to come into play, but this one is if all the gear in your gear grid has the bone keyword, your weapons lose frail and gain sharp. So we could actually run that with the bone necklace, and we could make our little frail bone weapons pretty legit. I'll think on that one. Once again, Marrowism is the best. Like every time I get in a campaign, it just feels so good. You're doing so many cool things with it. All right, Persephone, skipping the next hunt because of secretive. And this is Impermanism rank 4. Gain a Lumi. And she rolls a 9, which is gain the Unbreakable Zanbato pattern. I've never gotten that in the entire history of playing this game. Gain 3 Lumi and Limit Break. Oh, man. What is happening in this run? Limit Break. I think that one's awesome too. Isn't that, you can just add +2, +2, +2, and then you die. Movement, accuracy, evasion, strength, and luck. You will die in the aftermath. Nominate a survivor. They gain it. So there's Limit Break. And the Unbreakable Zanbato pattern. Get around it! There it is. Unbreakable Zanbato. Costs you 1 Lumi, 1 Endeavour, and a Zanbato. What does it look like? I have never once built it. Let's find out. This is going to change up all of my gear grids so tremendously. Alright, Unbreakable Zanbato. There it is. Okay, it's slow, fine. It's frail, fine. Devastating 1. When you archive this, due to the super dense location, gain the Shattered Blade innovation. Alright, what does that do? Reforge. Spend 1 organ and archive this. Gain the Unbreakable Zanbato. Oh my god, that is the best. That is the best. Zenpato is bone. Oh, shit. Shit. But everything in your gear grid has to be bone. I love my life. I don't even know what to do now. Unbreakable Zenpato. We've got to build that, surely. All right, what else? So what else do we do? So we have to do the dream project. We have to make the dream project. Dream schematics. At the start of the build, a survivor must build the dream. Build the dream, some random shit guy. You suffer the broken arm, severe injury. Well done. Random shit guy has now got a broken arm. He can sleep on the bed and that'll be fine, but Icarus, enjoy the broken arm. Once again, you've flown too close to the sun. So that's done. Our dream project is currently sitting at level 8, which is good. On our timeline, we have Acid Storm, Lights in the Sky. We don't have to do the Red Witch trials anymore. They're out of here. Nor do we have to do Red Cannon. Get out of here. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. All right, so I need to decide on Limit Break, and I need to decide on if I want to take that Marrowism one, which is called Surgical Precision. I need to decide on those. So we'll look at the grids and see if that is going to work for us. Let's look at these Great Hall gear, hey? All right, so this should actually be in Scribbles. What is Trophy Taker? Here, sculpted slab, 2 iron, 1 winding stomach, and 3 organ. That sounds like a fun, perfect punt. Yeah, so this should have its little stuff in here. Let's see. Love you, scribe guys. Okay, so there's some stuff we can make there. A vein needle, what does that look like? So that's a thrown bone weapon. If you draw a trap while attacking with this, archive this gear on a 3+, ignore and discard the trap. So that's a spear and a thrown weapon. Fun. What does this require? Okay. A Vandal Spather. Barbed 4. Finesse is nice. If you move 6 spaces during your act, increase your perfect hit range with this by 2. We don't really have any value in perfect hits at the moment, so that's fine. Vandal Sledge. Weapon, melee, club, heavy metal. Heroic. I think that's reroll mist. I'm going to look that up. Kingdom, Death, Heroic. Reroll 1s or something. Oh. No, that's not right. That's a heroic. I think it reroll 1s, maybe. I'll check that later. So yeah, that is. Yeah, okay. Reach 2 is nice. Surpass 5 is very, very good. Doesn't have any additional strength, but it does. Oh, if you move 6 or more spaces, this gains 5 strength. That's nice. Yeah, that's right. Thanks, Shalana. Hello to you. Vandal Pike. This is a spear. Nice. Sharp. Reach 2. Sharp is good on a spear. Reach 3. Nice. Vandal Claymore. Weapon, melee, grand, 2-handed heavy metal. Whoa, that's cool. If you move 12 spaces during your act, you can have a... It loses slow. Could you imagine Lucy wielding that? Oh my god, so good. The Claymore. Okay, broad axe we can't make. We need the smouldering molars. Savage. I love the design of these. These are all about moving. Gotta move fast. We like flash. Trophy taker. Weapon, melee, shield, metal, heavy. If you deal the killing blow, gain an indomitable resource per limit once per campaign per monster. That is wild. +9 to hit. Yeah, okay. That's a great piece of gear. That's such a cool design. Speed survivors love the crap out of that. That just breaks the game. How good. Musk Diadema. What do you do? At the start of each round, roll 2d10. If the result is lower than your hunt XP, you may dash 1 additional time without spending survival. Fun. Meteor Ungus. Weapon, melee, club, metal. When you attack with this, after each wound attempt, add the wound attempt total to the strength of this weapon. Far out, that's fun. 4 speed, 8+. Cool. The Godspeed Lantern. You cannot gain -1 movement tokens. Fuck, that'd be good against the Kingsman. That's a good item. I would take that in every Lantern campaign. The Alpha Greaves, what do they need? They need Tempered Hooves. At the start of your act, if insane, gain a movement. Perfect. The Great Chest. When you encourage, all hearing survivors gain 2 insanity. Very nice. Alpha Gauntlets do absolutely nothing. The Alpha Gambison, when you spend on an 8+ gain +1 survival. Sick. And the Alpha Galea, boss is swift. Oh my god. Okay, what does that need to craft? 2 iron, 1 perfect bone, and a pyrolus side splinters. We got them. I don't think I'll be using the Grandsire Antler. What does this require? Eroded hide, patchy hide, and an iron. Well, let's craft that, because that's no issues. Uh-oh. So we can't make that. I wanted to make that. The gauntlets require what? A lot of organs. Glycol coolant and 2 iron. I don't think I want to use my pyrosiliticized splinters. I think I want to make this spear, because I think that's better than the lantern halberd just outright. And that requires, yeah, lots of iron. We need a lot more iron. I have no more iron. Can we scrap smelt here? Is this a possibility? Are we going to start scrap smelting? What's my scrap situation like? 1. Okay. So time to get out the pickaxes, boys. Yo-ho. I don't think we're doing a second Screaming God Showdown tonight, by the way. That's probably unfortunate, but I'm streaming again tomorrow morning because I need a lot of time to pass this gear information and see if we can work out what survivors are going. Lots to mull over. So if that's not your thing, thanks for sharing with me, because we also got the Warn Seeking Bow to consider as well, which is a savage and deadly 3 weapon if someone else is wounded. So that seems like a really interesting bow to use with the thing. So let's just craft. So we've got a red thread. So we want to craft the red gear so we can get the black and red set. We want to innovate. And then I reckon we probably want to get rid of the or attempt to get rid of Lucy's Vestophobia. But maybe we don't. Let's have a look at the innovation that we get and see what that does for us, if anything. Clan of Death, sure, or Lucid Dreams. We take Clan of Death, all right. So Matchmaker maybe, I guess. What knowledges have we got flipping off in the settlement here? All right, so from the forum we get Digestion, Tenacity, Stoneheart. Oh, okay, Stoneheart is going to get purchased because that is +1 to your severe injury rolls. So what we might do is use some of the things to give +1 Lumi to, who's this chick who's got +1 to damage rolls? The Tough. We can give Atla that knowledge. That's pretty cool. Yeah, exactly, Militides. Exactly. We don't have Graves. We do have Quixotic for face painting, no problems. We could have Skull Eater. It's all fine. After rolling for any endeavour, you may add +1 or +2 to the result. So we'll just look at any of the endeavours that we have. So we don't need to do that. Lucy, we could do that. Bed, we don't need to do. Blood weaving, we've done. Yeah, so we might use a bit of bloodletting to try and clear the disorder from Lucy with Vestophobia. Refine, we don't need to do. Monster Anatomy, we've done. Cooking, we can't do. Seed patterns, not really needed. We do have a reroll, yep. Can't do bone beats. We can get a battle paint. Yeah, I think we want to get armor. What I found in that showdown is you definitely want armor. So let's make sure we do Shrine, face paint. And then leather worker, I don't think we need a lot of leather. Yeah, so we could get 4 Lumi on that chick. We could auger, could Hollowstone gather. We don't need to partner. We don't have enough to purify. We don't have Forbidden Dance. We could scrap scavenge and gain some broken lanterns on a 4+. But that doesn't seem like a super worthwhile. All right, so Holy Shrine and face painting. None of these girls are devout, by the way, so maybe we send them off to get devout at the thing. All right. So what does a Zanbato require to build, first of all? Let's look at that. So that's from the Weapon Crafter. So that requires a perfect bone, hide, lantern, and 3 scrap. Okay. That's probably not worth dipping at, given that we have to give up some good stuff. But to make the Unbreakable Zanbato, we need that. So the Unbreakable Zanbato is the same, but it just gets stronger and stronger. Well, we can tutor that, Militides. We can actually tutor the Marrowist because we can spend the stuff to pick it. Because we've got group philosophy focus. The next survivor to adopt a philosophy chooses one from the deck. Sweet. Pretty good survivor. Yep. pretty good. So do we just go out with all the girls? Like, is that, we just start hunting with the girls? Because Leyline Walker Marrowists are ridiculous. When you gain insanity, you may gain an equal amount of survival. When there's no armor or accessory gear in your gear grid. Wonderful. No, so I don't think we go out with all girls. We'll go out with some of the girls. See ya, John. So Bastet goes out again. I think we go out with Lucy if we can clear her Vestophobia. Yeah, let's try and clear Lucy's Vestophobia. So we get +2 to this roll. So, yeah. So we clear the Vestophobia. Just like Jessie Jane. When the walls kept tumbling down. I sort of want to go out with joint array survivors, so I do have a couple of those. Aphrodite's feedback loop. Joint array on Merkel. And who else had joint array? Hastur doesn't have it. I needed to level up High Roller to a 4th time. Yeah. They did, yeah, you're right. Okay, well, let's send the Tough. And let's definitely send the Glow. And then maybe the chick with the bow. +1 accuracy with bows. Okay, so Lucy, Atla, Glamorous, the bow, Bastet or Merkel. Yeah, well, there's no point taking Merkel. She's also got ichnophobia, so that's no good. Yeah, trepanning. Sorry, Zewex. I should have said that. Bloodletting with the syncope. Here it is here. Next one. Yeah, breathing a vein. Spend a resource. Roll 1d10. On an 8+, you are gain 6 insanity and you can remove a disorder or a warped pelvis or intestinal prolapse. Pretty nice. Got rid of a hide. So I can recreate the pelt, but what was the gear that I made from the Vandal thing, from the Great Hall? What did I make? The Alpha Greatcoat. So let's go for a mixed gear set. That sounds fun. Alpha Eminence. When you encourage, all hearing survivors gain +2 insanity. That's fun. The greaves are just crazy though. Like, how do you make the greaves? Yeah, that is correct. That is correct. It doesn't. Okay, we don't have any iron. Do I need those for anything else? That's all fine. That's probably manageable. But what does this require? This also requires 2 iron. So the question is, do I want that Vandal Pike more than I want the gauntlets? Yeah, can't encourage. So maybe this is not a set for Lucy. Maybe we just keep Lucy with that same set. And we just start working towards this. Maybe it's time for us to dip off leather, although there was a lot of bash. We could work on this set here. Get rid of the Lantern Cuirass. And then we've got +2 movement, and we can just use the bow. It could be Seer's bow, or it could be the wrought longbow. Bang, there you go. That works straight up. And then you go for this Alpha Great Chest, and you can still trigger the 2 greens like this, and this helmet. Don't trigger the Lucky Charm though. That's okay, I think the movement's really good there. So maybe we're going to do that. Alright, so the gauntlets are not doing anything, but they're a green left. I mean, that's literally just an out-and-out improvement over the Lantern Halberd because it's sharp. The Lantern Halberd is hitting on a 4, that's hitting on a 6 though. Alright, I'm just going to remake the stone circles chest because we can. Requires a skull and a pelt. And then I'm going to make a leather set thing, a leather shield. Leather, monster hide, calcified cataract. No, we'll use that. Thank you. So we'll get a shield. Lucy didn't have enough armor for that showdown at all, which is some bullshit. So I've still got 2 endeavors. I could go for the survival kit. So that comes from the barber surgeon, which we make at the organ grinder. What do we need to make that, Deno? 3 organs and a hide. I have 9 organs available, so let's do that. 1, don't need a love juice. 2, and a hide. Where's the next organ coming from? Screaming antelope. That's 3 hide. Vermin's a hide. The fissile pancreas. I might actually just use the undying heart because I don't think we're making that bow anymore. So we're going to make the barber surgeon, which does allow us to do a few interesting pieces of gear. The first aid kit requires just a perfect hide. Ah, it's a perfect bone. No, I don't want to do that. The scavenger kit. Random monster resource from that monster's resource deck. That seems worthwhile on this guy. Because those don't go onto the thing, do they? Yeah. That's just a perfect hide and a broken lantern. Yeah, alright, I'm doing a scavenger kit. Great. We'll just give that to the scout, and then whatever. The scout's just kicking goals. Yeah, cool. So I think we can make the helmet. Yeah, Scarabost, I did. Sorry, buddy. So let's just have a look at the Great Hall again. Can we still make the helmet? Okay, so it's 2 iron. That calcified cataract, what's that used for? It's used for the Vandal Sledge, which is the hammer. The hammer was pretty awesome though. But I think they're a relatively common one. He was exceptionally good fun, yes. Let's go for the Alpha Gauntlets. And let's use that perfect organ instead of the fissile pancreas, because when you craft with the fissile pancreas, you gain irradiated, potentially. Yeah, I'm going to do that. Alpha Gauntlets. What's really nice about those, really nice, is they are just a straight up and down red affinity. You just get a red box. Let me review. Yeah, no, it doesn't feel like it's at the king level. It feels at a slight level below, but in a much more engaging way. With my last endeavour, I'm going to give. I'm going to use Mentor. Nominate a survivor to gain 2 Lumi and 2 Hunt XP. So we're going to nominate Atla to gain 2 Lumi. Oh, hang on a second. If she's got the Marrowists one, then she's going to need +1 Lumi. No, so that'll be fine. So we'll just do +1 Lumi, and that's +2 Hunt XP. We'll give her, we're going to spend a lot of Lumi from people that are rubbish. So, so we can get 4 Lumi to do. So Mortis is now rubbish. So actually he's not too bad. I should probably not say that. He's got 2 innate luck and 5 strength. So she'll spend the 4 survival, so we get to pick one of those. And then we'll spend 1, 2, so we get to draw an extra card for one of those chicks. I think that's right, isn't it? So you've got Philosophy Lecture, draws an additional card. Yep, and then Group Philosophy Focus. Okay, perfect. So one of these survivors, let's just go with the one who got the Lonely, is actually Sanctimonious. She's getting Champion. Is compelled you have to depart? Okay. She has to depart. Alright, well I guess she's going. Well, maybe we won't do her with Champion then. Maybe we'll do, let's do Glow. She's got Champion. Great. Okay, so this chick then gets Marrowism. The one with Tough. No, not the one with Tough. Let's go the Bow gets Marrowism. No, we want her to have a different one. So we're going to flip 2. Draw 2 cards. Faceism or Marrowism? That's tough. Let's go. Yeah, Marrowism Leyline Walker is just too good, isn't it? Okay. So Atla, you've got 4, so you're just going to flip 2. No, we get to choose one for you. So let's choose Marrowism, probably. Hey, can we choose Immaculate? Can we choose Preacher's one, or is that only Preacher? That'd be cool if you could choose Immaculate. We haven't got a Gatherist. We can't take Romanticism. That's a shame. We don't want Dreamism. I would love to take Regalism. Regalism would be great. I mean, the Leyline Walker, it just feels like Marrowism is the correct path. Probably just the correct path to take Marrowists with Leyline Walker. But no, maybe we don't need to go Marrowism on all of them. So Gourmandism might be the go. I'm not going to worry about the Gatherist. I haven't got any Gatherism, so yep, let's go that way. Okay, we're going to spend the 2 Lumi that she got, and we're going to buy the knowledge from the thing, which is the +2 damage one. What was that one called? We could try making a Gatherist, yeah. What's that one called? Fuck me. It's in the thing. Stoneheart, there we go. Thank you. Militides. Alright, so Atla has Stoneheart. Great knowledge. Yeah, no double portcullis key. It's tough. Would have been good. We would have. We've done some cool stuff though. We've done some cool stuff. Okay, so the champion has to depart. Perfect. All right. So I think that's our survivors that are departing. So we'll just worry about those. Have I still got a thing left over? No, I used Mentor, so we didn't need to do a roll for that. But I do have the Shrine and Face Painting with Lights in the Sky for next week. Last season or the season before, the first time I used the Black Knight, I got double portcullis keys and just axed him. Screaming God, level 1, another showdown. Alright, so let's do the philosophies. Marrowism, Gourmandism, and Champion. I should have gone Ambitionism. I hate champions. Yeah, thanks, mate. Thanks. Don't get any spoilers. I agree completely with your decision. Okay, so Atla gains +1 accuracy. She's got the bow. Did we give her? No, that's the wrong person. Don't know. Slide across to the Glamorous. Yeah, perfect. So she has Story of the Hunter's Arrow. It is a knowledge. And she gains an accuracy and 2 Lumi. And she rolls 1d10. Glow the Glamorous. She rolls a 6. Gain +1 strength. Intensive training causes overexertion. You gain a -1 movement token if you depart this year. I want this chick to be killed. I want her to die. So bad. She's so bad. I fucking hate Champion. Why am I doing this? What a dickhead. What an absolute dickhead. Alright, she's done. Well done. Champion, so great. Story of the Hunter's Arrow. Ambitionism is just way better. It's just out and out better. Alright, when you hit with a range weapon, you may reveal the entire hit location deck, select a hit location to attempt a wound, and then shuffle. You may. Alright, our Gourmandist, a good one. Supreme Taste. The Gourmandist can roll green because they're going to eat everything. That's an 8. So gain 1 Lumi and gain 1 accuracy and no knowledge. Archive a resource and gain an accuracy. Everyone's eating. Yep, so she did consume. And what did you eat? Champion? Just an Acanthus because we had 2 Acanthus there as well. So 1 Acanthus. Cool. And then our Marrowist, going to chew down on a bone, I'm sure. Gain a Lumi and rolls a 8. Gain +1 speed. Fuck me. Oh my god. You can use it to fish for the death blow. That's a very good call. Militides. Alright, +1 speed is just ridiculous here. She's got accuracy. Yeah. And she gained 1 Lumi. Okay, so that's our survivors. So we've got some interesting ones here. So we've got Chosen, Gourmandist, and Marrowists. We've got 2 Marrowists going out on the hunt. So the question is, do we want Bastet to run this surgical precision plan instead of Stone Skin? I'm inclined to think, what are our frail pieces of gear and what is our bone gear? So the Vandal gear is not bone, so that's out. The screaming set is not bone, so that's out. So we're going to make a pickaxe. So the bone earrings are bone. That is if all the gear in your gear grid has the bone keyword. So can we get... Bone pickaxe is down green. It's just really hard to get bone without... Who else has got bone stuff? Who else has got bone gear? I'm not sure. The worn seeking bow is not bone. When another survivor wounds the monster, this weapon gains savage and deadly until the rest of the round. So that seems really good. Really strong. And if we were to do this, so that's the gauntlets and that, we could go there and there. And we could go here with the worn seeking bow. And we could go here and we could give you a fish of abundance as well. And then we're a helmet short. No. We're a helmet short there. So that set's maybe not right for that. So this probably goes with the black and red armor set. So that's fine. Let's see if we can make that work. We don't need this anymore, so we can slide the royal scalpel over here, which is great. The legs is all puzzles, yeah. You need to have all puzzles for that. So the worn seeking bow. Let's muck around with this set. Black and red tonlet goes like that. So that's all fine. Black and red gauntlets, that's fine. The greaves, that's fine. So so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we've got all the pieces for that. We've also got all the pieces for grease there. So we could make that survivor quite good. So that person is interesting. We've got a spare there, so I think we use a dried acanthus to possibly prevent deafness coming in. One of the survivors is a Marrowist, so we can probably ditch this leather gear. I wouldn't mind actually this sanctified rosary. So is there a way to do that? Possibly. Okay, so let's pretend this leather set is tapping out. And we're going to go for, oh, this is a sickle. Does that mean I don't need the bone sickle? Can I use that to put a herb gathering down? No, that needs a bone sickle. So let's say this is a Marrowist. Sorry if everyone this is boring. This is my favourite part of the game. I've said that a couple of times, I know, but yeah, okay, so this is the Marrowist. Yeah, so, but the actual bone sickle says after hunt phase setup, place the herb gathering event on any space. So you can't do it without that. Yeah, so Lucy, I think we get rid of this Sword of Silence Monster Grease combo, because we don't need to anymore, because, I know, has she still got Eproctophilia? Scarabost, I think I probably will buy that. Yes, she does have Eproctophilia. Okay, well surely we can get a left green now from something else. And we got the Screaming Coat back. So maybe we ditch the Luck Charm. Put this in, and what is it down green? Is that the Mighty Bandages? Are the Mighty Bandages going to save us once again, as they always do? You better believe it, that bandages save the day again. Alright, so that's a good setup for Lucy. I would have liked to dry Decanthus on it, but bandages are always useful on any hunt, so that's cool. I don't think we worry about Grimjaw because we're unlikely to wound. Can we make Reaper Jaw? What does that require? Seed Pattern? Reaper Jaw requires 2 iron. Okay, iron is absolute critical. So speaking of, we do need to craft... No, we did craft that already, the pickaxe. So we're going to go, our Scout's board is going to look like Pickaxe, Bone Sickle, Grapple Claw, Scout's Lantern. So that we can do all the things without having to worry. Good work, Scout. Okay. Come back to this. Devout, we actually don't need to worry about Devout anymore. Actually, the Shrine only works on Devout survivors, so having someone with Devout would be useful. So let's maybe work on this person. That's not bone though, so we can't do the whole bone set. Okay, so I think the Seeking Bow has to go there, which means we probably do go back to this wrought longbow plan here. And everything about that is just fine as it is. So the Alpha Greatcoat, yeah, the question is, do we need to go that over this Lantern Armor? Or is the Lantern Armor better in this instance? Over the Great Chest. It's -2 movement that I was looking to avoid from the Lantern Cuirass. So we do need to spend a red thread. Let's do that. Strange red thread. Done. So the lantern set doesn't help us. So those are actually just out and out better than the other thing. So that's it. Yeah, we should actually look at the stone tablet for some of them. I don't like this stone tablet's mechanic. Scouts have 4 gear grid pieces, and unless you have a Marrowist, it's Stone Cloak, Vermin Belly Boots, Scout's Lantern, and probably Dry Decanthus. You know, taking a stone tablet feels like a waste of a valuable gear slot. So, but yeah, Marrowist Scouts are the best thing in the game, in case you hadn't figured that out already. Just the best thing ever. Remember that time we ambushed the Screaming God? So good. So good. Alright, Bastet, speed 7. Absolutely on tap. We're going to change Grimjaw into a Bone Sickle. Bone Pickaxe. Done. Yeah, Marrowist X is the best thing in the game. We might not need the Grapple Claw, we might take the Dry Decanthus actually. That might be better. The Whip on the hunt is normally useful, but you actually have a higher proportion of doing Screaming God events on the hunt phase, so Dry Decanthus is better than the possibility of rolling a random Whip event, which usually is useful, but not always. Okay, so if we go Greece on this grid for starters, this is going to be we're focusing on the evasion here with our Marowist. So we just need to have not armor or accessory gear. Okay, so that's fine. I wouldn't mind making another leather shield, actually. So we'd probably go Dried Acanthus. I would love the Sword of Silence is probably not too bad. We need a down green. Oh, that's right, I made the scavenger kit too, didn't I? Oh, the scavenger kit is good. Let me put it this way to you, mate. So do I. So do I. There is a scavenger kit which helps a lot because it's going to tag that fucking awesome. And we've got 2 greens there. Okay, so if we could just get a shield, then we need 1 more down green. See, that's where the friggin' that's where the survival kit would be nice. What do we need for that? First aid kit. We have to give up our Grandsire Antler. What do you use that for? Do we use that for something good? Do we need that for a piece of the armor set? You actually don't use that for the armor set. You use that for the Vandal Claymore. I mean, I'm going to get that every time because I've got the friggin' thing. Yeah, a Gatherus would be awesome here. I'm going to make that. The Gatherus would be awesome. Yeah, I would. But the thing is, I think if you tried to do too many things, you do them poorly. You're better off just doing one thing or a couple of things really well. So I'm going to try and make that thing be gourmandism. Okay, so I don't think we need the paired. We go the Grease, we go the Sanctified Rosary, and there we go. So we're dancing with 4 greens. Green Charm, what do we need? Perfect Hide and Pottery. Just give me Pottery, you fuck. Alright, so we now need a right-facing blue. So Grapple Claw probably comes in there. And that gives us a Sanctified Rosary. Faith is your shield. So jewelry, no accessories, no accessories, no accessories, perfect. Dried Acanthus. That's a cool grid for a guy. Cool grid. Hammer of Judgment, not usable. Holy Lantern, not usable. Obsession, not usable. Forge Priest's Hammer, devastating 1. Is it worth to just have a little dip there? Gains a flinch token. Yes, it is. Thank you. Thank you very much. This, we probably put a Monster Grease here as well, so we can get the extra evasion. And how do we feel about that? So the only thing I think that's a problem is this chick has the bow, doesn't she? She's a Marowist with the bow. Yeah, she's got the bow. Would I be better off not making the chick with the bow the Marowist? Given that knowledge, would we be better off making one of the other chicks? Who else did we get? Once again, this is just the coolest things. We could actually make a second red cloak. Yeah, we definitely could do that to do some fun teleporting tricks. Okay, so we've got Ulfrun with the Gatherer. That's not too bad. Grip with the Gatherer. We don't want Sanctimonious. Oh, the Watched. Or the Queen. Oh, the Queen's really good. You may forfeit all other survivors gain +1 speed until the end of the round. I do love a bit of speed. The Watched is just add +1 to all hit locations. Yeah, we've got to do the Watched. Okay, Eggia is now the Marrowist. So she's got +1 speed. She's got Marrowism. She's departing. And Imd is not a Marrowist. Does not have +1 speed. Yeah, I love the Queen as a scout. The Queen, I used the Queen in my Seven Swordsman campaign. She was fucking awesome. She clutched everything. Just made Lucy or Aya the best. Yeah, okay. So this is a cool grid. I've still got one slot here. So we've got dagger specialization now for everyone, so that's nice. So that's our best weapon at the moment. We really do need to make some better weapons, but hopefully we'll get some from this next showdown. Alright, so let's build this grid. This is such a fucking awesome grid. Leyline Marrowist. The best gear grid I'd probably have ever made. Here's a first aid kit. Everyone gets 3 survival. Perfect. Here is a scavenger kit. Yes, we can just take a monster resource from the monsters deck. Delightful. Dashing Reaper, which is a very cool pattern gear. A little bit of greasy grease. You love a bit of monster grease. Who is the MVP? Like you'd struggle to go past Preacher. Preacher was pretty clutch at times, but yeah, I think maybe Lucy's been the overall best performer. So there's the Grapple Claw, which gets us the whip for the hunt and also activates the thing. Okay, so we have no gear. All right, so this is 1, 2 evasion plus 1, 2, 3 from a Leyline Walker. You gain 1, 2 survival on depart, and then at arrival, all survivors gain 3 survival. So good. Clan of Death, yeah. And then we're going to slap a little Forge Priest's hammer up the top here, ready to get a flinch token. And then we'll also just bang a dry Acanthus so we can ignore the wound. So that is going to give her Eggia, yeah, just a cheeky evasion 6. And yeah, that seems fine. Now, when she departs, she has 7 armor because of the Watched. But then when she arrives, she also gains 2 to all hit locations. So she is 9. What a champion. I fucking love that. Alright, she's also got Devout now from that. And she does need to be insane. It is both. It is all armor, all evasion, and shrine, yeah. So she's going to have 11 armor. And 6 evasion or something stupid. And +1 speed with the Dashing Reaper Palion. Nice. Forge Priest Hammer is not slow. Oh my god! Tell me if you've just figured out what I figured out. Oh, that's the best. Flinch it, baby, one more time. We're double flinching the guy. We're double flinching him. And we're doing devastating wounds. Fuck off. Maybe. I'm going to think about that. Okay, so Surgical Precision. I'm not going to take the Surgical Precision. That's just going to get added to the deck. Limit Break was our Impermanist. I don't think we're going to do Limit Break on that Impermanist, but it is in the deck. We could do Queen, yeah, that's fucking so good. So I'll just make sure I've added Limit Break to the deck. He's 21. 21's a lot. I don't think we're quite there with the weapons that we've got. And that one is called Surgical Precision. Okay, I don't think we're going to go for crafting the Unbreakable Zanbato. If you got that a bit earlier, that would feel pretty nice. But it just doesn't feel like it's going to do much for us at this point. Alright, so that's all looking good for us so far. Not looking good for the Screaming God, yeah. So yeah, I would definitely go for Axe Mastery and Guitar Spec for this showdown. For sure. Okay, so that's Lucy's grid, but we've changed that slightly to remove the luck charm and give her a leather shield, just a little bit of extra armor, and then the bandages. So we're still going to get the 2 evasion. We're going to lose a single point of luck, which means we're not critting as easily. That might not be worth it, you know. But I have to take the thing. Yeah, okay, fine. She does have a luck innately. Well, Lucy's going out to do pack leader, and she's going to get pack leader leveled up to level 2 when she does that, which is great. She's only going out with 4 armor, but she does have leprosy, so she ignores the things. All we really want to do is get Lucy to survive the showdown and get Spear Mastery for the settlement, because she's 1 away. She's 1 away from Spear Mastery. And this will be her last hunt. So, good on you, Luce. The biggest issue here is we're not going to have a lot of insanity on our survivors. Jalp, Eggia, hopefully we get that one that gives us 88 insanity or something crazy. But I don't think we will. Alright, so this chick is going to use this bow set, Lantern Bow. But we're going to change that around now. See, I think I like this plan. Oh, I think I like this a lot. Yep, so this is the, yeah, we do need the thing. So this is the Royal Scalpel slot, and we're never going to attack with that, but we just get to keep it. So we get +2 strength with our wrought longbow, which is going to go to strength 14, which is nice. This is going to become the Alpha Gauntlets, and this is going to become the Alpha Great Chest. And once again, Clothed and Satiated just continues to be the best. So we don't need that slot there. Okay, Lantern Mail, yes. Alpha Great Chest, yes. Alpha Gauntlets, yes. Lantern Helm, Wrought Longbow. Okay, so everything there looks good. What does that make your armors look like? Yeah, I think that's fine. I think that's good. She's not devout. She does have the voluptuous bodysuit. Let's get that out. Do we need to get anything happening for that? I feel like no. But there is some good stuff with that later stuff. It's got a really cool whip, I think. I forget how that one works. Do you just gain the thing? Are you sure you can't believe it? You watched me do it, mate. You watched me do it for the last 4 days. Or 2 weeks, whatever it is, has been. There it is, voluptuous bodysuit. Yeah, you just gain this, don't you? Don't you? I can't remember. Maybe you do have to craft it. Yeah, it's 2 and 2 scrap. Okay. That's awesome. Add 1 tool hit locations. That's a great item. All requires face painting in a lantern. Reach 2 savage. Wow. Glow stuff is actually cool as. Yeah, so you get the pattern gear for that, which requires you to craft that. And we've got the first pattern, which is the voluptuous bodysuit. I wouldn't mind that crafted, but I don't have the required bits. I've also got the whole count set. If she was the first character drawn, it would have been really good. That's an interesting piece, actually. That syncs up with a lot of things. That could actually be that green across. And that's add 1 to all hit locations for Lucy. When you are attacked, you treat each attack roll that is a 2 as if it were a 1 instead. What a cool gear. Okay. So Lucky Charm here is no value. Nothing else is value there, so that's just a dried acanthus for sure. And I think I've got another one that I can craft. Yeah. Dried acanthus. Okay, I think that's pretty good. I'm happy with all of these sets. So, organ grinder, dried acanthus, 2 survival on departure. She's not going to have that arrival stuff anymore. Clothed and satiated, done. So have we missed anything there? When you encourage all hearing survivors, we don't have -1 accuracy, do have +2 strength. The 2 movement. Yes. So she's movement 7 with the lantern bow. Even though she is -1 movement from her movement token. Yeah, we will. Let's put in red survivor just for fun. So if we draw glow on another character, we'll get a red survivor. It's fucking stupid. The best. I love this game so much. What a great time. Okay, Lucy is sorted and she's in red. Atla, she's going to be in black. Oh no, she's our gourmandist, so she's going to be in green. So this is Atla. And she's got the tough with Stoneheart. Ooh, that's so nice. So her loadout is, I guess, this black and red armor set, right? Black and red worn seeking bow. Black and red seeker. What about that? We've had so many cool things happen in this campaign. Just so many cool things. What are you doing here, Deno? You go to here. You go to here. You go to here. You go to here. Okay. You go to here. I think I need to add the worn seeking bow to my stuff. All right, well, this has been a wonderful stream, which has been about an hour and a half of me just fucking around with gear. I'm sorry about that. And yeah, so that is the worn seeking bow. which is activated. And that is a lucky charm. No worries, mate. Good luck with the exam. And yeah, I'll hopefully see you back tomorrow night when we play. It'll almost be the Gambler. The Gambler. Yeah, so we'll do one more Screaming God in the morning and then Gambler in the evening. So, all right, good friends. Well, I'll catch you all tomorrow for another day. I have finished assembling the Parasite Queen and the Illuminated ones. I've just got to do some gap filling and then we're good to go on that front. And yeah, so at this rate, we'll probably get to her by next weekend, Parasite Queen. And I reckon we will be in pretty good shape. Pretty good shape. Gambler should be fun. We will take our guy with fingernail door, whatever it is, the grabbing one. He'll be great. So yeah, tremendous. All right, catch you all again soon, friends. Have a fantastic day or